All right, peasants, we are here for the greatest live stream ever. CEO, we destroyed ESPN CEO. I think me and you can both agree on it. But now I want to go after Nightcap. I want to go after Gilbert Arena. I want to go after all these other faggot ass podcasts. And with that being said, CEO, say what's up to the peasants.
Yeah, it was good peasants.
And obviously, CEO, we're not here alone, CEO. We have the chief and president of the Unfiltered Sports Podcast security system. We have the NBA expert, the man who will put up way more points than Shams did in the Celebrity All-Star game, Brandon. Brandon, say what's up to the people.
What's good, everybody? Listen, first off, I just want to say, this is going to be a great pod. This is something we've planned for a few months now. And listen, I know my boy Shams. I know he had a tough outing. You can't blame him too much. He is Indian, but it's not like just everybody got to chill out on Shams just a little bit. All right. But I'm glad to be back.
You know what I'm saying? Sure, we got a lot of things coming in. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the NBA All-Star game. What are your guys' thoughts on the NBA All-Star? I'm talking to the chat right now as they come in. Let's see who's up in here. Evan was good. Evan. Skeleton. Skeleton, you got to get better pictures, bro. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, this dude always got bad profile pictures.
What's up, Daniel? How you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? But CEO and Brandon, as we sit here, you know what I'm saying? Brandon's doing his list. CEO is here. I got a surprise topic for both of you guys. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Hear it.
RJ, did y'all home wreck any Valentine's Day thing?
Wait, let me answer that.
Go ahead.
I just want to let you guys know. All right. Evan, it's a little too early for Donkey today, but you have to understand that RJ said it best. Valentine's Day this year's canceled. And the fact that you could think about flowers and chocolate right now instead of the fact that we have the greatest podcast of all time right here, right now, is a very, very big demerit. It's a very big demerit. Don't start talking about I'm trolling now. Yo, chill out, bro. Chill out. Don't start that shit now. I'm not saying you got Donkey today. I'm just saying that's your first warning. All right. We don't got to worry about flowers. We don't got to worry about chocolate. We don't got to worry about hearts, rainbows, and whatever the hell is on Valentine's Day. Hell, I did put a picture of my wife on my profile picture today. I don't know if YouTube's going to show it or not. But
shit. Oh, dude, they're about to lose.
Wait, who?
Oh shit, they are about to lose.
You see, the Anthony Edwards team's about to be LeBron's team. Oh shit.
See, do you think those guys right now are worried about Valentine's Day? No, they're doing the love of the game. That's it. Now, this is all my wife.
Oh shit!
Shit.
You saw that shot, right?
Wow.
My boy Foxy. All right. LeBron's team just beat Anthony Edwards' team with a 3-pointer, 42-40, and now they're going to verse Team World.
I guess I was a little bit wrong. I guess
I told you, bro. This shit
they are hooping.
See, I'm telling you, they found something here, bro.
Evan,
all right, so what's the format like?
Evan, count your fucking days. See, you're still worried about Valentine's Day.
A team, so you have one Team USA, a second team with Team USA, and Team World. So the first team of Team USA is Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Cade.
Yeah, the blue and red team, right?
Huh?
The blue and red team, right? Yeah.
Blue and red team, and then Team World is Team White. So Team World versus Team USA. Whoever wins that game gets to play the second USA team, and then whoever wins that game gets to play Team World in like a tournament.
So now Team Stripes, because it's two USA. It's a Team Stripes versus World.
It's way better doing tournament style than doing the whole gay ass Western versus Eastern conference bullshit. That shit was whack.
Hey, listen, they're playing. Listen, from what it was a couple years ago to now, it's an improvement. So
Yeah, well, the dunk contest still stinks.
Yeah, we should probably talk about. We should probably talk about all of that. But let's talk about the surprise topic that I've been, I've been promising for the last 2 weeks or week at least, and I'm about to put it up on my screen right now. Go Team USA. Well,
Yeah, whatever.
It is. I declare the Unfiltered Sports Podcast of a boycott of the NFL this fucking year. This year has to be the year. CEO and Brandon, since you're along with this, We boycott the NFL completely. Completely. Now, CEO and Brandon, I know you guys have a lot of questions. I beg of you, let me give this speech off. Can you guys save your questions towards the end? Can you guys do me that favor?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I've been thinking, right? It takes one to start a revolution. It just takes one person to start a revolution. We have 3 people here. Obviously, me, CEO, and Brandon. We have 3 people here to take a stand and sit here and say, listen, we are in all of our agreements, CEO, me, Brandon, we can all agree this fucking NFL that we're watching right now is a watered down version of what we watched. It is fucking horrible. The play on the field is fucking sucks. And I'm going to just keep it real with you. We're not helping by watching it. We're not helping by talking about it. We're not helping this shit at all. We need to stand up and say, listen, we're done with this. We're done with this. CEO, I think you made a good point. I don't remember exactly what live stream, but you made a great point that it's kind of like watching the NFL on Sundays is like a crackhead always going back to crack. It's like, yeah, it's bad for you, but at the same time, it's just a habit. It's just a fucking habit. And I sit here and say, listen, enough with that bullshit. It's enough. It is. We fucking matter as fans. We go out there and fucking work, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing. We deserve to spend our hard-earned dollars on companies that actually care or actually give us good quality. And the NFL this year, in the last 6 fucking years, has given us dog shit fucking products. And I sit here and say, enough's enough. Now, CEO and Brandon, I know what you guys are thinking. And one of the thoughts that came across you was, well, RJ, we're just a little podcast. We don't matter. We're not going to start a revolution. And you know what? That's true. And here's where I'll come into this, right? This year, it's February 2026. I decided to become a vegetarian because I love animals. I love nature. And I can't sit here to myself and sit here and say, listen, I cannot be a hypocrite. I cannot sit here and say I love nature and what comes along with nature is animals. I cannot sit here and support the killing of animals. I have no problem drinking milk because you're not harming a cow by taking milk from a cow. That's what is produced.
You're a vegetarian, not a vegan.
Vegetarian, my bad.
Not a vegan, because vegans, they don't want anything from an animal.
Yeah. Did I say vegan? Did I say vegan? My bad.
No. I just wanted to make the distinction.
Yeah, vegetarian. Yeah. I can have honey because you're not harming bees by taking honey. That's what they produce. And did I start a whole revolution by me being a vegetarian? Absolutely not. But you know what? Morally, physically, spiritually, mentally, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better that I'm doing the right thing. And I said all that to say this. I'm going to just keep it real with you guys. If we take a boycott of this year from the NFL, knowing that next year is going to be dog shit, they're going to add an 18th game. They're going to add a playoff game. They're going to add all this peacock shit. It's going to get worse, and there's no light at the end of this tunnel. I am perfectly fine with boycotting the NFL and not talking about it. And you will feel way better too, because you know what? Well, little Nig and Najee, Evan, whoever the fuck else comes on this channel will sit there and eat the slop, eat the dog shit, as I like to say, as Roger Goodell, his faggot ass on my screen, will pull out his pants and shit on their plate every single Sunday night. Absolutely. We will feel a lot better not watching it, and we'll be like, you know what? We're saving our money and doing something more productive and doing something fun. Go play with your dog. Go out and take a walk. Do something that you like to do instead of covering this horse shit.
Watch the Unfiltered Sports podcast.
Hold on. Let me finish. We fucking matter. We fucking matter. And I feel like morally we will all be better. And CEO probably specifically, since me and him do the pod together most of the time, CEO will say, well, RJ, we'll probably lose some fans and stuff like that. And CEO, you're probably right about that. But I got a 3-word answer for that. I don't care. A CEO, I think me and you can both agree, we did this podcast to have fun. We did this podcast. Like, we're just doing this. This is kind of like a fucking bar, just guys chilling the fuck out virtually. It's like a virtual bar. First of all, I just want to say this. If you're just tuning in to listen to us talk about the NFL, you're not a real fan. So you can get the fuck up out of here anyways. And number 2, I want to have fun. CEO, every year, I feel like every year since 2022 has been 4 years since we did this podcast. It will be 4 years in August. Every year we look at the lineup and we say, oh my gosh, this is fucking horrible. Who's watching this? I don't want to do that shit anymore. I want to fucking have fun. You know what we have fun talking about? The NBA, baseball, UFC, boxing. Hell, talking about Epstein's fucking island is more entertaining than talking about this horse. This is fucking, yeah, I'm talking about the topic, not what happened on the islands. Got to make that specific. But I want to have fun on this pod. It's not about money. It's not about all that shit. Terrence Crawford said the best to Channing Crowder a couple weeks ago. He will not come back even for $100 million. Channing Crowder said, well, you can have my soul for $100 million. And Terrence Crawford put him back in his place. That shows what kind of man you are. You're a soulless piece of shit. The NFL has told us the last at least 6 years they don't give a fuck about us. So why the fuck should we give a fuck about them? And even us talking about it is giving them publicity. I say enough's enough. Give us good product. We built this fucking company. We can tear it the fuck down. And even if not, mentally, spiritually, physically, Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays, we will feel better. And with that being said, that's the surprise topic. I don't know if it's a surprise, but CEO, your thoughts.
I don't even care about the NFL. I'm just like wondering, like, how the fuck are we gonna fill in like the content sections? That's what I'm thinking about.
Well, go ahead. Wait, keep going.
Because I even though the NFL is not a great product, it's a very good it takes up space in the content ladder. So it's gonna be hard to find a substitute. That's more what I'm thinking about.
Okay, Brandon.
I mean, listen, you know how I feel about the NFL over the last couple of years. I can give two fucks about the NFL. You know, RJ, I know you love your history. I know CEO also loves his history. RJ's having a Patrick Henry moment. Instead of saying, give me liberty or give me death, he's saying, give me great product or fuck off, you know? And I support that. And I'm not saying I'm about to not eat meat and all that, because that's different. You know, that's a different thing. But I'm very down to just forget about the NFL. It's not even really me taking a stand. It's just forgetting about it because it's doing nothing positive for me at all. There's no entertainment value. Like, at least, you know, we do things, we have our vices and everything, but this is probably worse. Watching the NFL is probably worse than gambling and smoking crack.
I'm just looking at it from this perspective. It's enough's enough. And CEO, you know, I mean, CEO, the good news about this is the reason why I did this today is because we have 6 months of me coming up with something. So, you know, I will come up with something. I'm just sitting here thinking, CEO, how many fucking times every year? I even went back to go look at it before when we were recording the stream. We were looking at the matchups like, this is CEO. It's gotten so fucking worse since from 2022 to 2026. And I'm like, enough's enough. Holy shit. It's like we don't have fun talking about this. We have more fun talking about World Cup coming up than this shit. And I'm like, where is that done?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm more of like I said, I'm looking forward to what you're gonna come up with because we got like what 6 months to cover. So
hey man, I'll come up with something. I will come up with something. So you guys think about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep this thumbnail, the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, and I encourage all you in the chat. Well, I mean, I know I'm looking at the chat. Oh, man,
don't worry about it. We're gonna get a new chat. These idiots.
Hey, listen. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I love y'all. But
fuck you guys.
we can get another audience of somebody, of a product that we fucking enjoy.
We're done with the Michaels. We want, you know, the fucking anybody else really.
So yeah, it's the NFL is still. Well, go ahead.
I mean, listen, most of the fans I mean, most of the audiences are fans of both the NFL and NBA. So we're still going to cover the NBA. So
yeah,
I don't think that's going to be a big issue.
Wait. Did y'all hear about the Smelly Goodell is going to add a thing where if the ref mess up, you control the? Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's fantastic. You know, I did not know that. This is how much I wanted to do this. I've sold all my NFL products. I rarely have anything NFL related. I am so done with this shit. It is not even fucking funny. I've been watching fucking Premier League highlights. I was actually watching Panama last night. See, I forgot who they played, but I'm like, bro, there are so many other sports. It's like we let's hop off the bandwagon before the NFL is gonna fall eventually. Let's hop off it before Titanic sank.
I think I think the NFL is not going to sink due to the IQ problem in the nation. Personally, but
At some point it will, but not anytime soon. I will say that.
Listen, I mean, we still cover the majority of the sports, so we just got to find a gap. I mean, we could try to infuse more current events, maybe.
I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine.
Because I know the peasants love to hear us talk about current events and shit like that.
Like the world?
Yeah, like the world. Even though it's not on theme, they always like to hear us talk about shit that has nothing to do with sports. So
we can cover.
I think at that point. Sorry, go ahead.
We can cover more college football. Hell, fuck, I'm about to start gaming soon. We can go back and do our drafts and shit. What we did back in the day. People will fuck with that shit.
The only thing is that with the content shift, and because CEO does say the NFL was just a big part of it, and I've been telling, and RJ, you remember I told you plenty of times, sometimes obviously it's your stream, you do it how you like, and then you're not really worried about how the structure is, but so much because it's not a job at the end of the day. But I told you plenty of times, maybe cut out certain parts of it, instead of talking about every single team that played, just focus on the just 3 teams or some shit like that, which you guys did eventually down the line. You guys are like, oh, fuck this, we're not gonna talk about the Cardinals or the Giants, because the fuck is the point. But it's because losing the NFL is a big part of it, and you have to kind of say, all right, is this still a sports podcast or is it a podcast? It's a difference, especially if you want to end up saying about current events or everything. That's what makes the big difference here.
Well, I'm gonna just hear we talk about current events towards the end of the stream. What I'm saying?
Course.
But I'll say this: it's still a sport. We're still gonna talk about there's other sports going on during the NFL time. And listen, there's the NFL's king of ratings. They're king of I understand that, but even with that, we're streaming shorter times now. We're doing 6 to 9, 6 to 8. So we're not going to be live like we are 3-4 times fucking till 9 to 12 or 1 o'clock. So we can cover a lot of. I can find something that we can cover for 2 hours, hour and a half, if maybe. So I can find some shit. But I just want to do this shift because I am done with the NFL, and I want it to burn. I'm completely done with it.
Before we officially say that we're boycotting the NFL, I just want to say, the NFL, I want to listen. The NFL was really big in my life. I loved watching football in general. Football is my first love, playing sports and everything. But the NFL got so fucking bad that it made me start to hate the game itself just a little bit. My wife Gabby bought a dog toy yesterday, and it happened to be a flat football. And I just looked at it in disgust for some reason. I just saw a flat football. It's a dog toy. It doesn't really matter. And just the fire that went in my eyes because the NFL's slop is just, it made me hate the game of football a little bit. And I hate saying that because, again, how much I used to love football. But the NFL's just gotta fucking go. All right, maybe we have to send Roger Goodell with his father's. Well, how do I put this? His father's ex-boss, Robert Kennedy. If you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know.
I mean, listen, there's no hope in that either. They're just going to replace him with another Jew-worshipping asshole, so it is what is there.
I mean, listen, you could just make it more of a NBA-centric podcast.
I don't want to do that because I'm getting a lot into UFC, and I'm getting a lot into obviously basketball, college football. I'm definitely going to be. So I'm not just going to be talking about the NBA.
No, listen.
RJ rather talk about.
I would love to talk about the UFC. a ton.
RJ rather talk about Patty Pimblett than the NFL.
And you know what? I'm not even trolling. Yes, I would.
And for what it's worth,
you know,
I know CEO would definitely love to talk about the Knicks before he talks about the NFL as well.
I mean, listen, I don't like. I'm cool not talking about the NFL. Like that's like from a personal perspective, it doesn't bother me at all. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly like. I mean, yeah, we could cover every other sport except like the NFL. Like that's not a big deal. I know at least most of most of the audience are fans of the NBA too. So,
Yep.
we
can get them like soccer. They've been talking about soccer a lot since I brought it up.
I mean, Skeleton and Najee like soccer personally, so it's
Would y'all rather talk about the Hornets than the NFL? Bro, it is like
the Hornets are entertaining.
Just the NFL is just it's just bad. Like at some point we have to consider us and like enough's enough. Enough's enough. You can get Peyton and fucking Brady to come out of retirement. I would not give a fuck. This product, and they're adding another game to it. The Hall of Fame is there's nothing redeeming about this. Bad Bunny's the least of the problems of the NFL right now. And I mean that personally. Like, holy shit. It's like all these fucking fags talking about like people are mad about Kid Rock and Bad Bunny. Like, why aren't you mad at the fact that this product is dog shit? Holy fuck. You can have Brandon at halftime show. If the product's good, I'll watch it. Shit.
You have to understand, like CEO said before, like, people think it's good.
And say what you want about the NBA. And the NBA every league has its flaws. We can all agree with that. Everything has flaws. At least the NBA is trying. That's the one thing I'll give. The NFL's not even fucking trying. They're not. Goodell even came out and said it's entertainment. He's basically saying, listen, we want the best. What's the best for us? Like, bro, y'all think Seattle and the Patriots are going to do anything next year? Absolutely not. After what happened, please. Get the fuck out of here. But
RJ, I'm glad this excites you. We can kick off a revolution at least.
And speaking of that, Brandon, I already told Brandon, but CEO and everybody in the comments, I'm going back to my long video content. I'm going back to making 30, 40-minute videos. This next video, CEO, CEO, I know, you're a busy man. You probably listen to music videos. This next video is going to be very interesting tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's an NBA video. I'm not going to, matter of fact, I can. It's the 20 greatest players to never win a ring in NBA history, CEO. That doesn't excite you, CEO, of my list of that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, listen, if this gets you excited, then I say, you should try it out, see how it works.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But speaking of that, we got Brandon, we got CEO, the boycott of the NFL. I hope all of you fags will listen to that. I might make a video about that too, but are you guys ready for what's coming up right now?
Yeah, I'm ready. I've been ready.
The top 75 list from the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, where we've been promising people for at least 2 months. You know what I'm saying? I have my pen and paper right here. I got my list ready. CEO and Brandon, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Like, how do you want to do it?
All right, so CEO, you said we're gonna do our honorable mentions first of each position, then do our top 10.
Yeah. So basically, like, what position I want to start with? Like, we go center and down.
I'm down for that. We go for
all right. So if we start with centers, for example, then we give our honorable mentions, for center, and then after we're done with the honorable mentions, we go down our list.
All right. Well, question is, before we get to that, RJ, do you know this? Americans are clueless retards when it comes to football and shitty product. They will call it out until it's a controversial person. And that, you know what, Skeleton, you're like 15 years old. That's not a bad comment, because like the product's been bad all year, but you got all these fags complaining about Bad Bunny, which I'm not a Bad Bunny fan. I can't understand what the fags saying. I don't care about them. But I'm just like, there's bigger problems than Bad Bunny. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Is what it is. But I'm assuming I'm going first, right?
I mean, yeah. Give your honorable mentions. I'll give mine, then we'll let it Brandon.
All right. honorable mentions of the centers. All right. So
All
these are
right.
guys I had to either guys I had in my list in my top 10 and I had to
All
push
right.
out for somebody better, or these are guys I just couldn't fit in the top 10 because it's the top 10.
All right. Go ahead.
We have
Yes.
Patrick Ewing,
All right.
Robert Parrish,
All right.
Dwight Howard,
All right.
and George McGinnis.
Okay.
So that's one. That's four.
All right. That's fine.
So you
all
right, go ahead.
right. So I'll do my honorable mentions. When we do our list, we'll talk about more in depth, but since these are honorable mentions, we'll just just go over it quicker, I guess. My first honorable mention is Dwight Howard.
Okay.
Second honorable mention is Robert Parrish.
Okay.
Third honorable mention is Yao Ming.
Okay.
Fourth honorable mention is Pau Gasol.
Okay.
And fifth honorable mention is Alonzo Mourning.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's all right, Brandon. You go ahead with yours.
Okay. So I think me and CEO, I don't have the same list as you guys, but I think me and CEO kind of have some of the same philosophy. But bear with me for a second because this gets crazy. The whole list, not just this, the whole list. My first honorable mention, where I'm going 5-1, but just he's first right now. Speaking about him, is Bob McAdoo.
Okay.
My second is George Mikan.
Okay.
My third is Alonzo Mourning. So, we thought a little bit same there. My fourth is Bill Walton.
Okay.
And my fifth is Willis Reed.
Really? Wow.
Willis Reed's a good one.
Wow.
I have him I was thinking about putting him in my honorable mentions too.
Now, before we keep on talking,
okay.
RJ,
Let me read this
CEO.
Jordan, hi everybody. I'm here now after work. Shout out to Jordan. Get your money, bro. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Brandon.
RJ, CEO. I almost did something. I almost did something a little bit blasphemous, and I almost because I did mainly I did my top 15 of every position because that makes a solid 75, and then the 11 through 15 would be like the honorable mentions.
Okay.
I almost had Joel Embiid in there.
Okay. I mean, at least not in you mean in your honorable mentions, and I'm like the
in
top
my honorable
10,
mentions, but he would have been in my top 15.
Because if it was the top 10, that would have been hard to defend. I ain't gonna lie, that would have been blasphemy.
He was almost at number 13, but I got him out.
That nigga didn't even sniff my list.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of that, let's get to my top 10.
So this is how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna start with 10. You're gonna give your 10.
Start with 10. Okay.
So we're gonna start with 10. You give your 10. You say what your number 10 is. I'll say what my number 10 is, and he'll say what his number 10 is.
Oh, okay. All right, bet. So my number 10 center of all time.
All right.
Willis Reed.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Explain.
For the 70s, two-time champion, one of the best centers in the 70s. And I told Brandon this last night because me and him were on the phone. I'm just announcing now. I don't give the merits of people when they played. If you're great, you're great. And he was one of the best centers in the 70s. Other than Kareem, maybe Bill Walton, but Bill Walton had injuries. He wasn't as reliable as Willis Reed. Other than Kareem, you can make a case Willis Reed was the best center in the NBA.
All right.
Okay.
I don't hate it. I think that's that's a respectable number 10.
All right, shoot, CEO, you're number 10.
My number 10 is George Mikan. All right.
Okay.
The reason that, first of all, because I wanted to look from a historical perspective. Obviously, if you look at everything, I guess from a bird's eye view, then you're just going to be like, you got to, look back at because this is all eras. All right. So obviously, I think if you look at more of the modern era, I think athletes are more gifted nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And or starting from the early 90s. But, you got to give credit to George Mikan. I think he was the first dominant big who shaped the league, this forcing strategy, and he was very dominant for his era. So I think that starting from the very beginning, I decided to, pay some respects to the OGs and give them a spot to somebody who really helped pave the way for some of the biggest stars on the list. So my number 10 is George Michael.
Not mad about that. Not mad about that, Brandon.
Okay, I want to say two things before I say my 10. One, I think when we do this list, just for time's sake, we should, we could do 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9. We can take turns, right? But I think until someone really has a problem, like with the list, like let's say, I have this person at 9, and you have that person at like 5. Until you have a problem, then we could probably like actually get into it. Because if we get into every single guy, we're not gonna finish the spot. I think that's if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
But I know this is gonna be a problem, kind of, because RJ, I had Willis Reed right outside the top 10. He was 11 for me, and I know this guy was in both of your honorable mentions, but I just had to put Dwight Howard above him. He's my 10.
Okay, I mean I don't hate it, but I don't hate it.
I'm not gonna push back on it, but I don't hate it.
But I would prefer Willis Reed over.
I understand.
Okay, no, I don't hate it though. Like I don't hate it,
especially with centers. There was that defense. There's just the defensive presence, especially with the era they played in. I just had to put Dwight at 10.
Yeah, I mean he was so dominant in the early years. I understand why you did that. But yeah, I'm not gonna hate on it. A little bit spicy, but nothing too
egregious.
Nothing egregious, right?
Because we're only on the first pick. There's probably gonna be some other stupid shit both you fags say. Yeah, but at number 9.
All right, go ahead.
David Robinson at number 9.
Oh wow, yeah, this is gonna be a problem right now. This is
gonna
be a problem.
Okay.
Well, how you guys feeling about it?
I don't hate it.
It's fine, but you're gonna see why it's gonna be a problem later.
I don't hate it.
All right. CEO, who's at your number 9?
Number 9, Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
I'm right there with CEO. Number 9, Patrick Ewing. Yep.
All right.
I'm right there too.
All right, CC. All right. I think it's we'll go to it because it's respectable. I think the only one like I don't even hate RJ's RJ's pick.
Okay, time out. Because now it's a problem. All right, listen. There's no way I love Ewing. I do. Willis Reed won 2 championships. Like, let's keep this in perspective, people. Like, come on. Man.
You're right. You're right. And winning matters. And that's like, I know it's gonna be crazy saying this because winning was like my number one philosophy with making the list. But me personally, I'm not saying I discount them for their era like crazy. But the numbers that Ewing put up in the 90s era against Jordan's dynasty, it was just too strong for me not to put it.
There's a couple of things, right? First of all, he was a better player for longer. So that's one. All right. He carried like when we're talking about the offensive side and defensive side, when we're talking about carrying a team and the burden he had to carry, I think it was a lot greater than Willis Reed personally. Now,
Willis Reed did the same thing for the Knicks.
I think it would as a player, I think he has a better toolkit. I think he has a better arsenal. I think that also factored in. Not only that, I think when you look at everything, he played in the deepest center era ever. Okay. One of the deepest. So you got to respect that and the impact he was able to have. While playing with some of the biggest legends in the position. He was the primary option for a decade or plus for the Knicks. That's impressive as a center. They're so defensively. If you're telling me who's more accomplished, it's obviously Willis Reed, but who, taking everything into consideration, I like Ewing better. Or Ewing better. I don't know.
And with that, you just got to remember the East was. I mean, it was just you could say, he had to deal with Jordan's dynasty. It's just that simple. I mean, I think
right. Yeah. He played. I think he played with better talent. I mean, like in an era with better talent, harder to shine. But he made an impact. So I got to give him a lot of credit for that.
Okay. You know what?
I think if you don't got a lot of pushback, we can get it 8. We can go to 8.
All right. At number 8, Bill Walton. At number 8.
That
Now,
is very fucking interesting.
Reason? Well, is there any pushback?
I don't even have that
pushback.
nigga. I don't even have that nigga in honorable mentions. So that's
Wow.
That's
I had him
actually
number 12.
that's a big stretch.
Adam 12 for me.
Bill, listen.
A little bit of a reach. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, I made the case. I literally just said with Willis Reed, you can make the case other than Kareem, you can make a case that he's second. But you can also make that case with Bill Walton. CEO, Bill Walton won a champion, led the Portland Trailblazers to a championship, went to the Celtics, won 6th Man of the Year, and helped your Celtics win a championship coming off the bench. This guy, if you guys watched the film, this guy was Joker before Joker. Unfortunately, he just couldn't stay up. But I don't demerit him for that. Bill Walton, I understand he didn't play that long, but the impact that he had, and he won twice as a leader and a good role player, I will have to put him at my number 8.
I can agree with what you said about like him overall, but not that it's a demerit. He had an elite peak, but it was just cut too short. Now, to answer your question that will probably come up either now or later, it's not a what if story because we talked about what if players, and he's not one of those. But like he had a great peak that did get cut short, and I think it's now it's a longevity problem because a lot of these centers have longevity in deep eras. That's the big issue too.
I understand that, but here's the thing though. Even when his peak was cut short, he did play and he won a 6th man with the Celtics. I give that credit to. I give that a lot of credit. He was a big help of he was a big role player in that Celtics run. I will say that.
Okay.
And won 6th Man of the Year.
See, I don't have an issue because I have him at 12. I have him at 12 for a reason. And 12 to 8 is not a bad the differential.
All right.
Definitely different.
Yeah, it's definitely due to the years, but I don't blame you for the pick. It's not egregious in my book. So,
right. CEO, who's your number 8?
All right. So my number 8 is David Robinson.
Okay, that's not bad. I'm not mad.
MVP talent, elite mobility. There's really nothing to be said. The dude belongs in the top 10 in my opinion. Okay. So there you go.
Brandon, you have any problem with that? If not, you can go with your number 8.
I don't know if when you guys might have this guy, because I know he's gonna be in your list. But for right now, he was almost at 6, but he's only at number 8. It's Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not mad about that.
So I have him there for now. And the next two guys, he was above until he wasn't.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, I have no problem with that. My number 7 is the Joker, Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yep, Nikola Jokic.
Now.
Well, go ahead.
No, nothing.
I was going to say, the reason why I put Dave Robinson kind of low is because Dave Robinson was a great center. But here's the thing with Robinson. He didn't really start getting good until Tim Duncan got there. And you can make a case Tim Duncan was the better player, and Tim Duncan won after him. Dave Robinson didn't do shit without Tim Duncan before he got there. And he still had Popovich. So that's the reason why I got him so low.
I mean, I understand.
But Joker's my number 7. But CEO, who's your number 7?
My number 7 is Moses Malone.
No, I'm mad about that.
He got 3 MVPs, sustained respect from his era. There's really nothing to say. He's a top 10 center of all time. I think I got him in a good position.
I'm not mad about that. Brandon?
And I'm right there with him. Moses Malone, like he said, 3 MVPs. He has a ring of Finals MVP. He did it in the 80s. He was elite throughout the 80s. He's right at 7 for me too.
With my number 6, Moses Malone. With everything that you guys said. With everything that you guys said, Joker, if he gets another chip, I might put him above Malone, but Joker, you got to win some more. You have the MVPs, you got the stats. He's got to win a little bit more. Just one more ring.
All right. Number 6. Oh, you said number 6. So CEO number 6.
Spicy ass list for me, bro. Y'all gonna come in heavy soon.
All right.
All right. Well, wait. Oh, number 6, right?
Yeah,
number 6, yeah.
I got number 6. I got Wilt Chamberlain.
I knew.
Okay.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You got the same thing, don't you?
I don't, but I know why you're gonna say that because
Okay.
I was close to putting him up down there too.
I think this is a very good position for him. He has the most insane records out there. Now I will say this: his volume of scoring wasn't as efficient.
Wait,
Okay.
my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I just want to say something. This game 3 is actually pretty fire. KD
Yeah.
and Wemby are going. They're going at it right now.
Yeah. I told
They're
you,
going
bro.
at it.
Go ahead.
KD again.
Because
Oh,
some people
all right,
might be like, all right, some people might be like, 6 is a little too low for him, right? But
Yeah.
I think that he's one of the best. But I think that he wasn't as efficient as people like to think. Of course, I take the era into account too, playing with a bunch of less. How do I say this respectfully?
playing with a bunch of plumbers. Call it what
All
it
right,
is.
yeah, okay, there you go. Playing with a bunch of crackers. So and the fact that you weren't as efficient, I got to knock him off a few points for that. But you know what I'll say? Very good player. I think number 6 is solid.
Before Brandon goes, I just want to point out this list and why we're doing this. Najee has Bill Walton, George Mikan, Ewing, David Robinson, Joker, Hakeem, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Shaq, and Kareem, and he left off Moses Malone. You have Moses Malone. You put Ewing, Bill Walton, Mikan, David Robinson, and Joker above Moses fucking Malone. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Oh wait, hold on. Let's focus on our list before we cook them.
I'm sorry, that was just so retarded.
Well,
It's
no,
called
I mean, listen.
my bad.
Kawhi.
Save
Holy
it,
shit.
save it. All
All
right.
right, Brandon, you go ahead with your number 6.
So at number 6, I said it was gonna be a problem earlier with Dave Robinson. He is my number 6. I get it. I get the Tim Duncan stuff, and for what it's worth, he was inconsistent in the playoffs. He was, but he was elite throughout the '90s, and he has an MVP, and he was a Defensive Player of the Year. That's just something that's like, especially again in the '90s, you just really can't fight that so much. I had to put him up on number 6. I had to give him respect. Jokic, if he has another ring, I put him above Malone and Robinson, but that I had to put him at 8 for that reason.
Dude, I get you. And with that being said, I have no problem with that. That's like a 6 to 10, so I'm not really mad about that. But speaking of that, we're getting into the top 5, and at number 5, Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
I feel like Wilt. I had the reason. So it came down to these 5 players. Not gonna name them all. I'm gonna name Wilt first because I look at it from this perspective. Wilt Chamberlain in the regular season averaging 50. That 100-point game against the Knicks doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? But averaging 50. But at the same time, Will, you were averaging 22 points in the playoffs. You didn't show up a lot of times. You came up, fucking bitches and doing stuff like that, which I don't care what people do in their personal life. But if you're gonna do all that, you better show up. You feel me? But Will to add my number 5.
All right.
I like it. Well, all right. So
Damn, these dudes are hooping with 30 seconds left. These dudes are hooping.
Yeah, at it. CEO, who is your number 5?
My number 5 is none other than Hakeem Olajuwon. All right.
This man did not put. I know who you put higher than he should have been.
I have no problem with that, but I'm very scared. I'm very scared to see what your top 5 is looking like right now.
Wow, wait, yeah, listen, I know. Listen, Olajuwon's an elite scorer, elite defender, one of the best to ever do it. No argument about that. But he did have a shorter reign than some other people. But I respect that. I think 5's a good spot for him, and I know a lot of you probably have him like top 2 or something. But listen, I'm telling you, hold on, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. All right.
All right, Brandon, you're
at number 5. I got Bill Russell.
Okay.
Because Bill Russell, and I put him 5, and obviously 11 rings. Technically, based on the rings, the greatest dynasty. Technically, even though it's like fucking 6 teams, he has 5 MVPs. He was the defensive anchor for that dynasty. But I mean, come on, the era matters, and I couldn't put him anywhere above 5.
Yeah, I do realize like Bill Russell has no control of when he's born, right? Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you, RJ.
yeah. Do
I'm
like
right there with you, bro.
you do know that, right? And
Yeah,
that after he won as a player and as a coach, coaching the team that he like. Okay, you know what? Because CEO's gonna piss me off because he's not saying a certain name yet, and with that being said, so I have no problem with you putting Bill. Well, no, I have a problem with you putting Bill at 5, but I'm gonna save my energy for more things. But my number 4, like CEO said, Akeem Olajuwon, 2 rings. I'm gonna just put it to you like this: 2 people were drafted before Michael Jordan. 1 team gets shit for it. That's the Portland Trailblazers. The Houston Rockets don't get any shit for taking Hakeem Olajuwon. That's how great Olajuwon was. I'm just leave it at that.
Okay.
Just leave it at that. Brandon,
CEO, no, I don't got a problem. CEO, you're 4.
Oh, okay, my 4. All right, my 4. All right, Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow.
All right. Any problems with that?
I do, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
I have no problem with that.
All right, perfect. All right, go ahead.
All right, my 4 is Wilt. I understand why you put him at 6, and it's safe to say in a way he underachieved. Like everybody thinks of Wilt as this beyond dominant or whatever. He was. Especially for the era or whatever. But like, he has 2 rings, 4 MVPs, he has insane stats. Granted, guys, we all know he didn't actually drop 100.
Agreed.
We know that shit was AI before AI existed. But point is, I think 4 is a respectable spot for Will. You give him his respect without completely overrating him.
I agree. See any problems with that?
No, because I think a lot of people have Wilt in like their top at least 4. So
okay,
this is more of a traditional take.
Okay.
So I don't have a problem with it. It's hard to argue against him being in the top 5. So no, I have a problem with it.
And with my number 3, Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay. So we have him close.
So Shaq, I mean, I almost put Olajuwon above Shaq, but I said Shaq was more dominant. He won more rings, but Hakeem Olajuwon did beat. These 2 are interchangeable. I just went with Shaq because he won more, but Hakeem did beat Shaq. But Shaq, I mean, what is it to say about Shaq? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah,
Shaq.
No,
it is. So I have him at my number 3. CEO, who do you have at your number 3? If there's no pushback.
All right, number 3 for me. All right, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Number 3 is none other than Nikola Jokic.
All right, bro.
All right, Nikola Jokic.
Brand CEO, he just started accomplishing shit 4 fucking years ago, bro. Are you out of your fucking mind?
No, this player, Nikola Jokic, all right, is the smartest center in NBA history. The highest IQ center to have ever played the game of basketball. All right.
I just want to point out every other center was a big nigga with rocks for braids, so that don't say too much.
Now, this man, like, I value IQ over most people. All right. So you got to factor that in. He's a complete offensive ecosystem. He's not just a scorer. All right. He is the complete offense. That is so fucking rare to say for a center when you look at things throughout history. Only a few people accompanying him doing that. Now, when we're talking about efficiency, he has the best efficiency numbers in NBA history. All right. When you look at his statistics, there's no one that has done it better than Jokic. Now, I know a lot of people saying, but listen, it's too early. It's too early. I'm telling you, Nikola Jokic, when you look at everything he can do. Now, the only thing that he lacks is athleticism, which is not why he's not at number 1. But I have other people at number 1.
That I don't make a big deal about that.
But this man,
that's the only reason he's not number 1. I just want to point that out.
If you were no, that's not like. But listen, Nikola Jokic is. I think I'm telling you, when it's all said and done, All right. You guys will be the ones adjusting your list. I'm telling you. All right. Nikola Jokic has almost, when it comes to offensively, there's no, is there a better, do you think there's a better center offensively?
Are we talking about just, yes,
Like
Hakeem Olajuwon.
from a guy that can do everything offensively.
If you're taking playmaking into account,
yeah, everything offensively.
It's I get your argument.
But footwork and post moves, go look up Hakeem Olajuwon. Dominance.
No, I know what you're talking about. Listen, there's more. I think there's less weaknesses in when it comes to offensively, obviously, than Jokic is a better offensive player than Shaq.
Okay, fine. That's cool.
Now listen, there's no such thing as hack. There's no such thing as hacky Jokic. You can punish Shaq with the whole hack of Shaq shit because we all know he sucks dick from the free throw line. But when it comes to Nikola Jokic, you can't hack the Jokic because it's not going to fucking work.
Okay, I'll put it to you like this, CEO. Hakeem Olajuwon's way better defensively than Joker, and defense matters, especially as a big man.
Defense does matter. I totally agree with you, but his defense is not garbage. Okay, that's
I said it was garbage. I just said Olajuwon's better.
It's very good. Now I do think that Hakeem. I think that Jokic is better than Hakeem offensively. Okay, I think he's better all around. He's a better playmaker. He's a better scorer. He can hit you on the perimeter. He can hit you anywhere on the court. As a center, that's so fucking impressive. The guy is an elite.
He can shoot threes, RJ. He can shoot threes.
He's an elite passer. Okay, like when you talk about some of the best passers to ever do it, he's definitely on that list. So when you look,
totally agree. I do think he's overrated as a 3-point shooter. I will say that.
Now, when people talk about, because I think what's hurting my argument more than anything is probably the longevity because his career is not over like the rest of these guys.
Yeah.
So when I'm looking at his projection, I can almost guarantee that he will. When you look at all the numbers, when you look at what he's going to accomplish throughout his career, I can guarantee that he will go up to your in your list and even make the top 5. I honestly believe that.
CEO, I just want to remind you, it is February 15th, 2026. It is not February 15th, 2036, CEO.
No, listen, it takes. I know what you're saying, and I would take him when you're talking about building a team. Every single factor I like about this guy. I think he can play in most eras, especially with his offensive skill set. I'm taking Jokic as one of the best to ever do it. So I'm definitely sticking with that.
You know what, CEO? I'm gonna relinquish this because I feel like I have a hotter take when we get to point guards about who I'm taking in my mentions. That's probably hotter than this. So you know what? I'm not. If you're talking from someone who you try to think outside the box, you're thinking outside the box, predicting future. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with it.
If he continues this pace,
he's going above Shaq.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
So CEO, I think your philosophy on this list has been more of the player themselves rather than the accomplishment.
Yeah, because listen, I can't, because there's a component. Like I know people, I can't make championships everything. It's definitely a strong component, but there are multiple factors, and there's a little formula I do so to dictate this. So
okay, that's fine. I mean, for me, I think winning is just the ultimate thing for me. Granted, again, you can be somebody who, like Klay Thompson, you can have 4 rings, but it doesn't really matter. But nonetheless, just put that out there. But like the player does matter. The player does matter. Stats matter. But for me, it just goes down to winning and overall dominance, which is why I really value defensive players. Which is why I said for Dwight at 10. Obviously there's no pushback, but you get what I mean. Like defensively, 2-way players are a big thing that matter to me in this list as well.
No, I love 2-way players. I just don't. I think that people I agree with you on that 2-way point. I think that's. I value that a lot. Now, I think that people kind of, because I think Nikola Jokic's offensive game is so good that I think he's underrated as a defender. Now, I don't think he's like the best, obviously, defender ever, but I think he's underrated in that department too, because I think a lot of people focus on just the scoring aspect of it. So,
are you talking about Joker?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying compared to this one, he's not. Come on.
So
no,
I get what you're saying, and I know we talked about like two-way players right now, and just to speed it along. This is why Hakeem Olajuwon's my number 3.
Okay.
Hakeem,
I'm fine with that.
2 rings, 2 Finals MVPs. He's got an MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year, and one thing that matters is the comp that you played against. And the man has some brutal competition, especially the job he did in '94 and '95. The way he played, that's why he's at number 3 for me.
All right. I have no problem with that. So
number 2,
Bill Russell. I mean, people sit here and say you played against plumbers. Look, can I just say something real quick? Number 1, I said it before. Bill Russell has no control when he's born. And number 2, I feel like the whole Eras thing is vastly overrated. You play who you. That was the best comp of what was available. You know what? These guys from the fucking 60s would probably be cooking if they had all the steroids and PEDs and training shit that these fucking athletes have now. And we're going to get to that. I'm going to wait until we get to the backcourt. The backcourt is probably going to be the most controversial ones. So,
right.
Listen, at the end of the day, Bill Russell, he's an 11-time champion. He's won multiple MVPs. He's the reason why Wilt's not in the greatest of all time. He won as a coach. He won as a player's coach. Dude's amazing. And the Celtics, from when Bill Russell retired until they got Larry Bird, were kind of fucking trash. Just letting you guys know.
All right. I got no argument towards it.
You shouldn't. It's just a Celtics CEO.
No? CEO's number 2.
Now, my number 2, Bill Russell.
All right. Well.
Now, the reason I got him number 2, first of all, greatest defender in league history. All right. He just like Jokic is the offensive ecosystem, Bill Russell was the defensive ecosystem. All right. He turned blocks into possession wins. He was one of the best leaders and communicators ever, considering the fact that he played when Jim Crow was a thing. So that was massively important back then, especially. I feel like, yeah, he had 11 titles in 13 years. I know the era thing. Listen, I somewhat agree with that to a certain degree, but it's just 11 titles in 13 years and when we make the argument with Jordan, it's just like, I have niggas right now saying that this era is way better than Jordan's era. So it's just the argument's going to continue going like that until when Jordan era, people are going to make fun of that eventually. You know that to be a fact.
And they're going to be, when we're 56 years old, they're going to make fun of the 2010s.
No, yeah, they're going to make fun of the 20. Yeah, so listen.
I want to make a point there.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
You just said right now where Jordan's era, because I gotta address the Bill Russell before I get to 2, because I know my number 2 and 1 is going to get somebody mad. When it comes to Bill Russell, right? Like, there's no disrespect. Yeah, 11 rings, and like you said, I said it. I put it in my notes. He's the dynasty's defensive anchor, just like how you agree there. But the fact that, again, like I get it. He can't control when he was born, and yeah, civil rights and all that. Great man, but just there was no comp. Not that there was no comp. That's not fair to say. But the competition is just not the same as the other eras. The fact that you can say that people have said, "Oh, this era is better than Jordan's era," is a testament to the NBA, to how the talent. You can agree maybe it doesn't get better or it does get better. I know some people debate on that, but it's a conversation at least. And I know we're not talking about this league anymore, but this is the only way I can make my point across here. No. I said this about the NFL. We can say this era of the NFL is not better than last era, the era before that, or even the era before that, or even the era before that. But in the NBA, it's a conversation. This era, now they're talking about the game. The players solved the game, which has been a big topic lately. The players solved the game. It got that easy for the players, which means the players themselves are that good. So the fact that you have a lot less teams, and I mean a lot less teams, it's not close to 30 teams, and you don't have the same comp, yeah, it does demerit it a little bit for me. That's why, same thing for Wilt. Granted, I can put Bill Russell over Wilt, and I was thinking about doing it too. Just, everybody, the way people talk about Wilt, like, I'm not saying that other people influence this, but it kind of does matter the way everybody described Will as this dominant guy. And you know what? I might actually change Bill Russell over Will. Nonetheless, the fact that the eras he played in, just for me,
Bro,
it just does matter.
all I got to say is this: factoring in the difficulty of the era will cut his 11 titles down to 5, still top 5.
Yeah, no, definitely top 5.
So just off of that alone, doing that math, like, okay, I'll deduct, even though, like, hypothetically speaking, I'm going to deduct 6 titles from his resume to account for the fact that the era was less dominant than, let's say, Jordan era. Still top 5.
Well, we can agree here, the three of us, that he's at minimum top 4. Because
I just want to say this too. There's no other than Joker. Bill Russell is the best. If you were to put him in the league right now, he is the best center in there. I love Wembanyama. He can't stay healthy. He has to prove it. Sengun is coming along. Cat, I like Cat. I like Cat more as a 4 than a 5. Who else do you have? I'm just trying to Bam Adebayo, Jalen Duren, Joel Embiid.
Well, yeah, but that's also why I don't have Jokic.
So
I mean, I have Jokic.
Here's my thing. I look at it from this perspective. You can take any great player and put them in this era, they will fucking cook.
I don't fully agree. I understand. I understand you. I don't fully agree. It's just
I totally agree. If you tell Bill Russell, hey, here's a 3-point line. We're gonna teach you how to shoot threes. You're telling me his scoring doesn't go up?
Nah, that's a big hypothetical. That's a very big hypothetical.
Because
we're not going off of hypotheticals because we have the numbers, the stats, the accomplishments, and the player himself here. What we have now, like I said, you have him 2, I have him 4. It's not a big difference, but it's just like it's just the philosophy at this point. But that's a big hypothetical. I mean, hypothetically,
if you teach Bill Russell how to shoot threes, he's going to score more. You teach him how to pass. Back then, the point guard did all this passing. That's why he doesn't have a lot of assists.
Unfortunately, that's just how it was.
I agree, but I'm not going to demerit him for that. I look at it in context.
Let me get to my 2 because you guys both have Bill at 2. I have him at 4. Like I said, I don't think it's a big deal because at least it's we can agree at minimum he's top 4. So there's that. Yeah. My 2 is Kareem.
Kareem's actually 2.
Kareem's 2.
Oh wow! So I'm curious if you have it number 1.
We'll get there. Granted, Kareem, obviously, he was elite for 20 years. He dominated. He has 6 rings, 6 MVPs. But I just want to put something out there, and I know we're gonna keep on with this era thing, and I know me and RJ specifically are gonna disagree. Most of his success was in the 70s. Most of it. He had success in the 80s too, which is definitely why he's 2. But most of his success in the 70s, and there was a weird part in the 70s where part of the 70s was really good, part of the 70s wasn't good. I know I'm gonna get to it later on when we talk about dudes like there's a bunch of dudes here later on with like the ABA merger and stuff like that we're gonna talk about later. But he's 2. He's got the domination. But because how I feel about certain eras, that's why I had to cap him at 2.
Well, wait, this nigga put a
Kareem at 2. Yes.
He put Kareem at 2?
Yes, which
leads into
my number 1 is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And my number 1 is Kareem, obviously. I mean,
well, Brandon, who's your number 1?
Yeah,
My number one is the Diesel himself, Shaquille O'Neal.
Over Kareem?
Over Kareem. And this is why. As far as rings, he has 2 less, but, it's 4 to 6, whatever. 4 rings, 3 finals MVPs, an MVP. He was 14-time All-NBA. But player for player, because then there, obviously it comes to success, but it's also the player. Player for player, Shaq dominated in a harder era with harder comp.
Yeah, but he had a lot more negatives to his game.
You could say negatives to his game, but the fact that it's not like it really, for me, it just didn't matter because he was that good at he was that good at the stuff that he was good at that didn't matter. He wasn't stopped. 4 rings, carried Kobe. We can talk about Kobe later. Carried Kobe. I think the fact that he dominated in the time that he did against the players he did against just puts him above for me. puts him above him. And I think that was probably the biggest
I
contention on the whole list.
Yeah, I think his offensive game was just not that great compared to the other guys.
He was dominant. If you want to make a list for the most
dominant, but offensively, I think he was weak.
You're so fucking flawed. It's not even, number one. Kareem went up against Kareem had to go up against Bird. Exactly who did Shaq play in the finals? Exactly.
Hold on. I want to get this. Right.
No, I can tell you. I know off the top of my head. I can tell you.
Go ahead.
He played against.
He also had a very tough West to go against.
No, he didn't. The Lakers dominated.
They had in that West.
Brandon. They played in the finals. They played Reggie Miller's Indiana Pacers. Washed up Reggie Miller. Jason Kidd's Nest. You shit on Jason Kidd. They played the Allen Iverson show of the 76ers, and then they lost to a Pistons team, talented, but come on now.
You know, it's funny you mentioned Reggie. And later on,
but Reggie at this time was washed. He was
I can't wait to get to Reggie.
But at the same time, I like Shaq. To put him above Kareem, Kareem went up against a dynasty in the Boston Celtics, and then had to go up against Hakeem Olajuwon and go up against the Pistons as well too. That is way more comp than whatever Shaq went up against. Like,
I think that I put the talent perspective from the 2000s and 90s. I think the talent is just a lot higher. Not a lot higher. That's wrong.
You're wrong, though. His competition in the West was the Sacramento Kings.
I think the talent was higher, and that for that itself, the era makes it harder. I think he just dominated enough in the harder era. Just that. I think pretty much that cut dry for me.
Era does matter, but I think you're just overvaluing it to a certain.
This is why I don't consider era. This is beyond dumb. Like no. Come on, bro. Shaq and Kobe were you won 3. You won 3 and been to 4. Like, no, man. Come on, bro.
Well, he won 4 rings in general.
Oh yeah, he won. He had a dynasty. Like, no, and then you swept everybody. Clearly, there wasn't that much competition. Kareem had to go up against Hakeem.
I mean, that kind of just shows how dominant Shaq was.
He had to go up against Moses Malone. Like, what are we? No, man.
That kind of shows how dominant Shaq was. The fact that you can say, "Oh, well, he beat everybody." The way he beat them, yeah, of course, When you're that dominant, we're a lot of these guys we're going to get to later in the list.
You have to understand, like Kareem is borderline. Like if you want to make an argument that Kareem isn't just like number 1 on centers all time, that's actually an acceptable argument. Like that's where he is. So that's why I'm a little bit shocked about that.
Wait, I'm sorry. Repeat how you said that. What'd you say? You said if you make an argument, what?
If you want to say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the GOAT, I don't think anybody will give you problems about that.
No. I don't.
I mean, that's their opinion right there, but I mean, I'm not gonna go that far either. But that's just how, because I also ranked my actual like top 75 altogether. Like I was telling you guys before this, and they're right there with each other in the actual top 75. I don't think this is like, oh, Shaq is smoking Kareem. I do think Shaq edges out Kareem in this case for me, yes. But in my top 75, they're right next to each other. Literally, they're right.
By the way, Shaq missed multiple games. He was never in shape. You don't have those problems with Kareem.
Hold on. You also didn't want to discount injuries earlier when we were talking about certain guys.
I didn't say anything about injuries. I said about being in shape.
That falls in the same category.
No, it doesn't. Here's the difference. I'm gonna show you up right now.
I feel like that falls in the work ethic category. Like work that I think is worth that.
Here's the thing: injuries, you have no control over. You have no control over it. Coming in fat, saying you're gonna work on company time, that's a you problem.
You're right as far as that, and there's a work ethic thing, but it does fall in the category of health.
No, it doesn't. No, absolutely not.
Well,
absolutely.
health. I mean, it's literally the health.
If you're playing and you snap up your shit, you have no control. That's just what happens. If you're eating cheeseburgers and ribs every single day during the off season, and say I'm gonna get in shape, that's a you problem.
There's a lot of guys, by the way, because it's funny because we could say that now, but there's a lot of guys who in any sport we shit on for always being hurt. So it's like AD later, which granted I had to give him respect and power forward. Just want to let you know ahead of time. AD later because of injuries. Yeah. People shit on people like AD. They shit on people because of injuries all the time. It's the same exact thing.
No, I agree. The only thing is, for example, Zion Williamson, I shit on him extra because that nigga's fat as fuck and he decides to be fat. Right. Exactly. So it's like,
and despite being unhealthy, was still dominating despite that.
I understand that.
I agree with you. But I that's a
which is why I
demerit.
think player for player, which is my case for player as well.
Yeah,
If
but
you want to talk about greatness and all that, like I said, I don't have an issue with you guys having Kareem 1 because it's Kareem. I just the issue is just me having Shaq at 1, which I'm gonna obviously defend.
Bro, yo, Lil Nate, we got your favorite topic. We ranking the best players by every position of all time. You know what I'm saying? So you got to sit there and learn from people smarter than you.
Oh, Najee, wait till you get to Charles Barkley. Wait till you get to Charles
Bro,
Barkley.
listen. No, Shaq is not. He's not. You can make a case, like, bro. Bill Russell. You can no. Hakeem.
Okay, do you have a problem with him being if he was 1, 2, or 3? Let's say if he was 2 or 3, would you have a problem?
No.
Yes, I'm taking Bill Russell. I'm taking Bill Russell.
If he's 3, no.
Yeah, I have him at 3. Bro, Shaq was great. Shaq is great. You couldn't. It's not even about health. You took yourself out the game. You can stay in shit. Kobe. There's a reason why Kobe hated this nigga for years.
Because he's lazy. Like, let's be honest, Shaq. Now I understand Brandon's take. Like, Brandon's take is like the dude was so dominant while being a lazy motherfucker. Let's just call it what it is. Like, if he took his health seriously, he could have been maybe even greater than that, right? So maybe if you want to highlight that as a positive, like personally, I highlight that as a negative. But if you want to highlight as a positive of like, yeah, this guy is so great that he ate like garbage. He ate like a raccoon in a dumpster, and he still managed to be this dominant, then I can kind of see where you're coming from.
You know what? Shaq is the Jordan of Joel Embiid's. If we shit on Embiid for this shit, we need to shit on Shaq for this shit. That is a huge demerit.
Hold on, what? Joel Embiid, another one that we shit on for injuries, but you also said you can't play both sides either. Wait, but you can't play. That's true, but at the end of the day, that doesn't. I mean, the Taco Bell, yes, it has an effect, sure, but it doesn't affect your actual tendons themselves because these guys are still going through strength training every day. What we know,
the inflammation. It's like now I don't want to discount this because food is a big deal, and this is why the bum of LeBron spends $1 million on like food by itself, and that's because like what you put in your system is so important in terms of how you recover off the field. Like nutrition is such a big factor. Like if you eat like McDonald's and like Burger King and Taco Bell, yeah, you can be buff and you can be like jacked and all that shit, but like how your body recovers from eating like processed food and shit like that is totally different.
I don't even disagree, but also it's like because food is obviously important, your recovery, your gut health, all these, it is important. It is important, but it's also not as, what's the word? It's not as, I don't want to say not as important if I just said it's important, but like we know what Chad Johnson said, for example. You got all these dudes who are strength training different ways, who are eating right and all that stuff, but yet injuries nowadays in this era is a lot higher. You could say that because of how athletic people have. Well, you can't even say athletic as they become because people have always been athletic.
It's completely different.
No, because these are people even in the NBA.
I can debunk you right now, quick.
Injuries are
has nothing to do with eating. It has. If we're talking,
you're
about
right. That's my point, though. It has nothing to do with eating.
About the fact that these guys don't practice, they're not trained to get hit. That has nothing to do with eating.
But you're also right. These people aren't. It has nothing to do with eating. That was my point. The food part is like you can give it the merit for Shaq or whatever, right? But we brought up Embiid, so that's why the kind of the.
Now I want to point this out. Like the top 5 is rarefied air, so like the differences between these guys, I don't think is as massive as people think.
It's not because looking at my top 75, they're still all the top 5 centers are all still very high.
Because when you talk about the top 5 of all time, like you can swap these guys, and for the most part, right? I think you can swap. So I don't think it's as egregious, right? It's not like it's not like he had Joel Embiid in the top 5 solid. I won't.
It is egregious because in due time, Joker will pass Shaq. I'm just letting you know. If he wins. He's passing shit. I don't give a fuck about the dominance. Listen, the whole eating thing is a big deal because it affected him on the court. If it didn't affect him on the court, like it would have no problem with it. It affected you on the court to the point where the Lakers were begging this. That's a fucking problem. That is a problem. That's a demerit on you because it's affecting your play. You're only playing 50 games. No, and plus you can't shoot free throws. That's a problem.
Yeah,
I mean,
Hack and
even
Shaq
with
was
all
a thing.
these, and that's why I go back to dominance, just how him as a player, because even with all these issues, he was still that guy who could just roll out of fucking bed and do his thing.
This is the main problem.
And I'm not
He
talking
had
about
no
the era. I mean dominance.
he had no competition. Who is his comp?
Again, the era was just better, but then you
No,
don't
it wasn't.
see.
Now,
mean,
I know this sounds like crazy and all this shit to some people, but I feel like when you take, like, if I'm building a team, right, as my number one guy and the guy of face of my franchise, I'd rather take Jokic over fucking Shaq.
Agreed.
Because of so many factors. Like Shaq is the like this super, he's a talented genetic freak with bad leadership and bad work ethic. That's what he is.
And I agree with you in a sense, because like there are players who, because the top 75 is about greatness at the end of the day, so your accomplishments, that's why accomplishments for me also go up high. But there might be a guy who's higher in the top 75 list that I would still like, just say it ahead of time, right? Kobe for me would be higher on the top 75 list than a Curry, but I'm taking Curry. I'm taking Curry as a player just because I think, like, those, just specifically on shooting, it's just that dominant with shooting. That specifically, if I'm building a team, that I would like that better. But that's also more of a subjective viewpoint than it is a ranking thing.
No, Shaq should not be in the top two. Even Shaq himself said he should.
See, you don't even have a problem with him in the top three. So it's like,
because he was that. Hold on, I said it. I literally just said this. If you want to put Olajuwon above Shaq, I'm fine with that. Shaq, you can make a case Hakeem is above him, and then you could also make the case Joker is going to be above him too. So he's out of the top 5 right there. I'm just letting
once again, like CEO said
reason
earlier. Go ahead.
The only reason I'm not pushing back on Brandon, because I honestly thought that my Jokic take was harder than Brandon's number one at Shaq take. I'm just being honest with that.
I do as well, but
I feel like he's getting more pushback from him than my take.
Because it's dumb. And the competition was bad. The 2000s were bad.
Listen. At this point, it's just starting to become a subjective thing. We got to move on to power forward.
All right.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Let's move on to power forward. Hopefully, we have more brain cells. So here,
right.
so we're going with our honorable mentions from power forward, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so we can do this. So I'm gonna we only have 3 people for the honorable mentions of power forward, and that will be Al Horford, Udonis Haslem, and Amani Stoudemire.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Those are my honorable mentions at power forward. CEO.
All right, so my honorable mention is Elvin Hayes.
Okay.
Chris Webber. Rasheed Wallace.
All right.
And this might be a hot take right here.
All right.
This is a hot take right here, but I'm going to say it because it's going to be funny. My honorable mention I got is Dennis Rodman.
I know why this is going to be funny. You don't know why either.
I thought you were going to say some bullshit with Jason Tatum.
I know why this is going to be funny, kind of, in a sense, because I know where it's going. I'm going to say mine real quick. My honorable mention, my 5th one, is Dennis Rodman.
Okay, so we agree with that.
No. That's not why it's funny. That's not why it's funny. Wait, it's going to get really interesting when RJ starts talking.
It's about to be
about this. Dennis Rodman, 5. And this is no knock on Dennis Rodman. He's still in the top 15 power forwards. It's just, whatever. We're not going to focus on him. Chris Webber, he's in my top. He's in my honorable mentions.
Agreed.
Okay.
Chris Bosh is in my honorable mentions.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Anthony Davis, and the 3-point sniper himself, RJ, Draymond Green.
It's about to be interesting. This is about to be interesting.
Those are my honorable mentions.
It's about to be a tough list.
Yeah, it's about to be a tough list. Well, I'll start off at number 10. At number 10, I have Chris Bosh. Three-time champion, a huge role in the Heatles, was very great in Toronto. I think he made the. I could be wrong about this. He made the All-Star every year except for his first 2 years. At number 10, I'm perfectly fine with him being number 10.
Okay.
He was an 11-time All-Star because I have it written down here.
All right.
So any pushback with that? I have him at number 10.
No pushback.
All right. CEO, you're number 10.
All right, my number 10. I hate this guy's guts, but I'm assuming likability is not a worthwhile factor. So
Okay. Shit. When we get to small forward, you're gonna see that.
I'll remove the likability factor and try to stay as unbiased as possible. Number 10, I got Draymond Green.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say another name.
No. Any problems with that?
Nope.
All
So
right.
No.
to address your guys, Draymond Green was my number 11, and Chris Bosh was my number 13. These are all interchangeable in a sense too, because of a bunch of reasons. But at number 10 is Paul Gasol. Any pushback?
I don't hate that.
I don't think Paul Gasol, good player. I don't think he's a top 75 player.
I think he made my top 75. And I just real quick, obviously he has 2 rings, and he was a skilled big. And why the fuck is my dog crying? He was a skilled big against good comp. Because again, I'm gonna say it's good comp. I know we talked about Shaq, whatever. And he was and I know you guys agree, he was a very important co-star to Kobe. He was a very important for Kobe. So
I don't hate it.
That's there. Now, sorry, 10 through 15, Paul made my 10. 10 through 15 is still very interchangeable. You want to put Bosh? Cool. You put Draymond? Cool. Hell, you put Anthony Davis? Maybe. You put Dennis Rodman? Maybe. I could still do that, but I'll put Paul at my 10.
Paul Gasol was like my 6th honorable mention. So
Paul Gasol's not even on my fucking list.
No, listen, he didn't make my list. He didn't even make my honorable, but he was borderline on my honorable mentions list. I'm not gonna hate it. Like, I get his logic behind it. So these guys
are interchangeable.
I'll take out Horford, Amani Stoudemire, and you, Damon Haslam over fucking Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol, I like Pau Gasol. Think he was vastly overrated. I don't think he was the second best player on that fucking Lakers team.
Who do you think it was? Just out of curiosity before we go.
Metal War Peace.
Yo, that dude. I have to demerit that nigga on the fact that he changed his name to Metal World Peace. I'm sorry.
Well, he's not on my list. I'm just saying, I think like Pau Gasol. I think Marc Gasol is better than Pau Gasol, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm not even sure when I say that, but
number 9, RJ. Number 9.
Number 9. Yeah.
Number 9. Chris Webber.
Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. He made my honorable mentions. I think
Chris Webber, and people will sit here and say, well, RJ, how do you have Chris Webber above Bosh? I think Chris Webber was the leader of that Sacramento's team. He should have went to the fucking finals if it wasn't for the referees. Chris Webber, at a point in time, for a good, solid, I think 7-8 years, he had more points than Dirk Nowitzki until Dirk passed him up. But Chris Webber was one of the best power forwards in the 2000s. Other than Dirk Nowitzki.
I get it. He was a top tier Western Conference player for like the longest, so I don't hit on it.
Brandon?
Like I said, he was well, I'd see you next before he goes though. Like I said, 10 to 15 was interchangeable for me. So if you wanted to put Chris Webber at 10 as far as the people I had, I was cool with that. He was my 14, but he could have been number 10 as well. Yeah. CEO, who's your 9? Because you didn't say it.
My number 9 is Kevin McHale. All right.
Okay.
Any problems with that?
No.
I don't think he's a top 75, but I'm not going to give you pushback for it.
All right.
Okay. Number 9 for me was Elvin Hayes.
Okay.
Any pushback?
I don't hate it. Like, I feel like the tail end of the power forward conversation is so interchangeable.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. Like I said, anybody here is just like pretty, and that's how I feel about center as well. But it's not just 1 through. I was telling RJ right before you hopped on the backstage. Like, center was a little weird because it is very interchangeable as well.
That's why it's weird. But I'm gonna just let y'all know, Elvin Hayes did not make my list or my top 75 list at all. I looked at the numbers, but there's a couple of guys. There's one guy. So I don't have a top 5 list for all my positions. I have a lot more guards that I had to leave out of my honorable mention that made my top 75 list, which we're going to get into.
All right.
Elvin Hayes didn't make my list, but Brandon Study is number 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam 9.
At number 8, we have Brandon's favorite Golden State Warrior, Draymond Green.
Wow. Okay. I did not expect
4-time champion, was in a crucial role of that Golden State team. Yeah. I kind of look at him as a Kevin McHale, but I feel like Kevin McHale, I can make a case he wasn't the 4th best player on that fucking Boston Celtics team. So Draymond was important to that Golden State dynasty, and I feel like he just doesn't deserve the credit. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
I feel
you gave him
like
more respect than I did.
I feel like people actually give him more credit than he deserves sometimes.
I don't
But
know. People shit on Draymond a lot.
because he's an asshole. But I feel like but yeah, listen, he was important. I'm not gonna demerit, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, like I understand where you're coming from. Like he was an integral piece to the machine, so I'm not gonna hate on it.
Man, talk about basketball IQ. Now he is a wild house, but basketball IQ, this guy's one of the best.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he's smart on the court. Yeah, I agree with that.
once again, he was interchangeable. He could have been 10. He could have even been 9. He was the glue guy. He's lacks offensively besides 3-point shooting, RJ. But he's a glue guy, defensive anchor, has the 4 rings. His 4 rings mean more than Clay's 4 rings, by the way. But all right, CEO, you're 8.
All right, so I better not catch shit for this one. Number 8, Anthony Davis. Anybody disagree?
AD's not a top. I'm not gonna give you shit for it because we're gonna probably get more into spicy things, but AD's not on my top 75. I don't think.
Well,
AD,
but in terms of talent, I feel like he's better than most of the niggas we mentioned.
I get that, but
Like the peak version. Yeah, he was injury. He had a lot of injuries, but when he played, he was always at the top of the charts for his position. I'll say that.
I get that, but just you have to win something and you have to lead something. Like you can only lead to the second round. Like, nah, I'm good. Like, and then I'm not mad about it. If you want to go off the talent, sure, but nah. AD, he's another reason why I just didn't think he was top 75 list, but we'll get to that towards the end. Brandon, who's your number 7? Or
so
number
your reasoning
8.
Your reasoning, by the way, right there is the same reason why I didn't have Chris Webber as high, because like you said, with injuries and whatnot, Chris Webber had a short peak. So, but or not even or short peak for Chris Webber, or who else? I said somebody else earlier in the centers that was a little because of injuries. Who the fuck was it? Oh, Bill Walton. So that kind of just
here's the thing though. Bill Walton actually won, so you can't take that. And won an MVP, I believe, as well too. So you can't take that away from him. As it goes for Chris Webber led his team to Western Conference championships. AD was never close to it. He was always a beta. That's why I would probably take Chris Webber over AD. Like,
I mean, that's fine. And like I said, they're all interchangeable anyway. My 8, Kevin McHale. I know CEO had him a 9. I have my 8.
I agree. It's fine.
I know RJ has 3 guys that me and CEO said so far in our power forwards. He doesn't have them at top 75 at all. So
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's wrong. It's just
we're gonna get to the top. Well, it might get controversial right here.
Go ahead.
All right, number 7.
Number 7, Charles Barkley. All right.
I'm not gonna hate on it.
Huh?
I'm not gonna hate on it.
Charles Barkley. Say what you want. He led his team to a finals. He lost to Jordan. Not his fault. He won an MVP. He was one of the best power forwards in the NBA, if not the best power forward in the NBA in the 90s.
I'm not gonna hate on it.
I'm actually.
Right.
I don't think that's controversial.
It's not, but I'm torn.
Shoot.
I'm torn right now because of some reason. I'll tell you when it's my turn.
Okay, well, CEO, who's your number 7?
All right, so this is my respecting the OG spot, which I thought was a given his career. Bob Pettit. Okay.
I looked up the numbers, wasn't impressed, but I mean, you could put. I'm not mad about it.
There's one reason. There's one reason that I have Bob Pettit also at 7.
Oh yeah, shout out. All right, yeah. So we agree.
He has a ring versus Bill Russell.
Yeah. He has 2 MVPs, and he broke the barrier through he broke the dynasty in a sense. Very good historical cracker.
And he had dominance, and he just had dominance as a player. So there's that.
Yes, I think he. This is my respect to the OG spot, so I'll take it.
RJ, before you go to 6, can I go?
No, it's your turn now.
So no, that was my 7, but I want to go to 6 real quick.
Okay.
Because I was torn between 5, 6, and 7. I'm not gonna say 5 yet, but I was torn between 5, 6, and 7 because it was either Pettit or Charles Barkley. And the reason I say that is because you said Charles. Because Bob Pettit had that ring versus Russell, the 2 MVPs, and he was dominant. But once again, because of the era thing that, again, you don't agree with, but because of the era thing, I put Charles Barkley slightly above him. But if you wanted to put him back, that's fine too. Because, again, he doesn't have a ring. He didn't make the finals, but he doesn't have a ring. So that's why I kind of was like, when you were talking, I didn't give you pushback because I might actually put Charles Barkley at 7.
Well, you're going to have to worry about Bob Pettit. He didn't make my list at all. I like Bob Pettit, but
That's
The
four
numbers,
guys.
the numbers just
Listen,
they just weren't. The
because you
numbers.
got I agree with you, but I'm looking at it this from like multiple eras, right? So
Okay.
I'm trying to. I always have a spot on my list. Nothing too extreme for the OGs, so I think that's why you don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. So I don't have a problem with you putting Bob Pettit in the top 75. But with that being said, at number 6, I fucking hate this guy. He's a piece of shit. He's garbage. I fucking hate him.
Right.
But I have to give him his respect. At number 6, I have Karl Malone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, I mean, guy won 2 MVPs. He went to back-to-back finals. I mean, I think he's number 3 in scoring. It's only LeBron and him that were and keep this in mind, people. LeBron got this. I'm not shit on LeBron for doing this, but LeBron got the scoring thing because he played longer than Karl Malone and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Let's just put that in perspective. So I got Karl Malone. He's a piece of shit. He's garbage. I hope he fucking dies. And if you know why, you know why. But Karl Malone's number 6.
I actually don't know why.
He's a fucking pedophile.
He's on the files. He's on the files.
Okay, yeah. Go to
No,
hell.
he's not actually on the files, but like
No, he's not actually. He got when he was like in high school, when he was in college, like in his 20s, he got like a 13-year-old pregnant.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know. Okay. All right, listen. Number 6 is Karl Malone as well.
Oh, so
like I said, if likability factor was a part of it, there'd be multiple people not on my list. But
that's what I thought you were about to say earlier when you said Draymond. That's what I thought you were going to say, Karl Malone.
Oh no! I think Karl Malone at 6 was a good spot. But yeah, like I said, I didn't factor in likability factor. So
yeah, I'm not either. I just don't. Yeah, so I want to get that out there.
Go to 5 because I already went to my 6. It was Charles Barkley.
Okay, go to 5.
All right, so my number 5, Dennis Rodman at number 5. Dennis Rodman, say what you want about him. The guy won in Detroit. He won in Chicago. He was a big part of the Spurs as well, too. Dennis Rodman is the greatest rebounder ever. His impact, his winning, his
shooting,
offense. His. I'm sorry, Dennis Rodman's. You want to talk about Shaq? Shaq said there's only 2 people to fucking lock me down: Hakeem Olajuwon, Dennis Rodman. And keep this in mind. If you saw how Dennis Rodman looks compared to Hakeem Olajuwon, you'd be like, and he locked down Shaq. This is Orlando Shaq, athletic Shaq, the guy who didn't eat fucking 35 cheeseburgers a night. Shaq. Dennis Rodman deserves his credit. He is my number fucking 5.
Okay, go.
All right, so like I said, it's just power forward. Such a funky list. Like I feel like this is easily one of the weakest positions in historically speaking. But
I agree.
I will say my number 5 is Charles Barkley.
Not mad about that.
Because you had him 7, Brandon had him 6, and I have him 5. So there you go.
So my 5 was Karl Malone. It's very, and before I talk about Dennis Rodman, it's very 5, 6, and 7 for me. I could have moved around as much. I originally had Charles Barkley over Karl Malone, but then I thought about it. And I'm like, I just can't do that. I just can't. He has 2 MVPs. He has 2 finals. I'm trying to remember because I fucked up my notes right now. He was consistent throughout his career. Like, you can say what you want about him as a person, but he just has the accomplishments. I had to put him at 5 over Charles. As far as Dennis Rodman, listen, I like Dennis Rodman. I do. And he was a defensive freak. He was a freak, but he was also a defensive freak. He was like the ultimate role guy for the 90s Bulls and whatnot. And he was good in the Pistons before that too. He has the 5 rings with the Bulls and whatnot. But it's also like, how much do you how much do you RJ value him as far as was he the 3rd best player on that team, or was he the 4th, or what was he? Because Scottie was 2nd.
Who's your number 5?
My 5 is Karl Malone. But remember,
listen, the fact that you can go from team to team and win, you have to have some type of factor of that. You have a winning quality about you. He's the greatest rebounder ever. The guy was the defensive master. He's literally the Michael Jordan of Draymond Greens.
Like I said, I'm not. I don't have him there. He could be top 10. That's fine. I don't have him there, but I'm not. I don't hate it at all either. It's just that's something that's got to like really be talked about too. because you're obviously that's not a popular opinion, you know.
I don't give a fuck.
No. I'm just saying. I don't know. I know you don't care. I'm just saying.
I understand what you're saying.
You understand why it's also not popular too.
I understand why it's not popular, but once again, if you really know basketball and what this guy brought to the table, I mean, come on, bro. Like,
That's fine. I don't have an issue with it.
It's also I want to also sit here and say this too. Well, also if I didn't numbers did matter, but there's a few guys that I put above other guys because
I do have a little percentage for it factor as well, so let's keep that in mind.
It's just about like impact factor as well too. So
like intangibles and like that falls into
my one thing with that is that there's a lot of role guys that have that the it factor just as a role guy. I know you were talking about like when we were talking on the phone, RJ, you were talking about Rondo. You give Rondo a lot of fucking respect, which I understand. I understand fully. Just how much respect is what matters, but we'll talk about that when it comes up. I also noticed 1 through 4. I think we all have the same 4 players. We just gotta talk about the order of it. So I guess RJ starts with 4.
Okay. At number 4, I have CEO's gonna kill me for this. His Boston Celtics, Kevin Garnett.
Oh man.
No, I
don't like that placement. I don't like it.
Me and RJ talked about this. You know, by the way,
I don't like
when me and RJ talked about this is how the fucking top 75 list, at least between me and RJ, started. It was because of Dame, which obviously we'll get to. It was because of Dame, but it was also because me and him had not a heated argument, but we were talking for like a couple hours about where Giannis. It was Dame and Giannis specifically that started this project. And we talked about where Giannis was, and I was shitting all over Giannis.
Yeah.
And despite you know the Knicks rumors and all that, I was shitting all over Giannis. And RJ was talking to me like, but it's Giannis, you gotta understand. And we were talking about like dudes like KG, and you know, this is why this top 4 is important.
All right. So RJ said who again?
Kevin Garnett.
Oh, Kevin Garnett. All right, so it's my turn, right?
Yep.
Number 4, none other than Giannis Antetokounmpo. All right.
Whatever that nigga said.
You have Giannis at 4?
I have Giannis at 4.
Okay.
Multiple MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP, constant rim protection. He rivaled in his peak. I mean, he's still young though, but for basketball, but like he still rivaled. I think Shaq's type of dominance, physically speak. Okay, the dude is like, I know it says like the dude's like 7 feet and built like a machine. So, I just think 4 is a good spot for Giannis, even though I'm not like super high on him. But like he wouldn't be super high on like if it was like a combined list. But for this janky ass position, historically weak position, I think 4 is a good spot.
Only before Brandon goes, only reason why I put KG at 4 is because all of these guys that I have above him led their teams to a finals. You can say he led a team to a finals, but there is a case. Paul Pierce was the leader of that team. Just throwing that out there.
I can't wait to get to Paul Pierce. I say 4. Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay,
Dirk Nowitzki is my 4. RJ, you already said Dirk, didn't you, on Power 4?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. So, all right, I was right. We all have the same top 4, just not with different positions. Dirk is my 4. You know, it's still Dirk. Like, he had longevity. Again, I think that the West was pretty tough in the 2000s, and he had to overcome that. He was a scoring machine, obviously, that one-legged fade. He had the ring, the Finals MVP. It's a great story. I think 4 is a good spot for Dirk, because the next few guys just did a little more.
All right.
So go to 3.
mean, the top 4 is the same. At my number 3, I have Dirk. I mean, same reasons why Brandon have Dirk. You know what I'm saying? Dirk won a championship, been the 2 finals, won an MVP.
Except in your eyes, he led the team, unlike KG.
Yes. Okay. And then, so it is what it is. CEO, you're number 3.
My number 3 is Dirk. Revolutionized what a 7-footer could be offensively is the main reason. So,
So
he paved
okay.
the way for the Kevin Durant and shit. So I like it at number 3.
All right. My number 3, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, Giannis, I know I shit on
I
him
don't hate
that
it.
much, RJ. I know. And despite his few playoff mishaps, he has 2 MVPs, a Finals MVP, the ring, Defensive Player of the Year. Now, granted, I know I don't really value that ring, but so much. I don't. But I had to stay consistent. I know you did not like my Shaq pick. I know. But I had to stay consistent. We talked about dominance. The CEO mentioned it. He rivaled Shaq's dominance. And that's why he ended up being 3 rather than 4 or 5, just because of that dominance as well. Despite, he does have accolades as well. So he's my 3rd spot.
I'm not mad about that because at my number 2, I got Giannis for all the
Yeah.
reasons why you said. Giannis won more MVP. I mean, I don't think KG ever won MVP. He won more MVPs than Dirk. I feel like Giannis. It's just Giannis, bro. It is what it is, bro.
Okay. Number
All right.
2.
So my number 2 is obviously KG, the most complete 2-way peak for a power forward ever, in my opinion. Could switch, protect the rim, hedge, recover, modern defender in an older game, offensive hub. Let's see, modern communications were really good and carried thin rosters for further than they should have gone. So I'm gonna put him at number 2. And plus, he has more aura than Giannis.
I mean, you can't shit on that, RJ. MVP just got crowned last year because of aura.
Well, I mean, shit. Well, I hope you guys have number 1. My number 1 has 0 aura. So I mean, I'm just letting you guys.
No, yeah, but he was so, he has aura in a different way. All right, we all know who our number 1 is while we're playing around.
Yeah. So Brandon, who's your number? Your number 2 is who? KG.
My number 2 is KG. I think that's self-explanatory. My number 1 is Kevin. It's Tim Duncan.
Yeah, everyone's Tim Duncan. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Tim Duncan. So is what is there. I'm surprised you guys didn't give me heat for my Dennis Rodman one.
Nah, I don't. It's just after I'm gonna be honest. Like when it comes to power forward, like anything below the top 3 is like so funky.
Yeah, I agree. Speaking of that, we're going to small forwards. This is where the fireworks begin.
All right.
Ooh, I'm excited, RJ. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm excited.
All right. Well,
Can I go first on my honorable mentions?
Yeah, go ahead.
This pained me, and I have to let it go. But it pained me because
I already know who it is.
15 and 14 on my list. Who do you think it is, CEO?
Carmelo?
That's not why it pained me. You're right. It pained me because 15 and 14, the top. Hold on, give me a second. 15 and 14. Just put it down. Carmelo was 15, and at 14 for my honorable mention, I had to put Paul George above him. And I know I had to put Paul George above him.
Okay.
And then Jimmy Butler, 13. James Worthy was 12. Dominique Wilkins was 11. Those are my honorable mentions.
All right.
I also want to state this as well, too. We might have different positions because I don't have Jimmy at the small forward, but I'm just letting y'all know just different positions. But we'll count it anyways.
Yeah, because I know Jimmy, you might have him as a shooting guard, right?
Yep. So
yeah, it happens.
Melo almost made my top 10. I'm not going to get into who he got beat out for because we're going to get to that because he's number 10. But Melo is in my honorable mentions, along with Paul Pierce, Bernard King, and Paul Arizin from the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So that's my so CEO. Who are your honorable mentions?
My honorable mention starts off with Dominique Wilkins.
Okay.
James Worthy. Carmelo Anthony. Jimmy Butler. And this might be a hot topic one. All right. Tracy McGrady.
Okay.
Okay, so you have him at the 3 instead of the 2.
I have him in the honorable mentions, yeah.
But at the 3, okay. Me and CEO throughout this whole thing we've been pretty in tune, but this is the closest one because out of our honorable mentions we had the 4 of the same, and then he had T-Mac, which kind of just threw me way off right now. Not because there's a reason behind it. It's just because I have him at the 2. But That's fine.
Yeah, I got him at the 2, but
Oh shit, yeah. Well, I locked him in on
you can
this.
count it if you want. You can count it if you want.
All right, yeah. All
right. So at my number, who beat out Carmelo Anthony at the number 10 spot? Scottie Pippen.
Wait, at number 10?
10?
He's at number 10, yes.
At number 10?
Number 10.
That's nasty.
That's wild. That's crazy.
Nasty work.
He is number 10. You know why? Is because Scottie, 6 rings, greatest defensive player in the 90s, get all that. But never led your team to shit. Never led your team to shit.
Well, wouldn't Dennis Rodman follow that same?
Yeah, but here's the thing though. There's more great small forwards than there are power forwards.
That's a hot. I think
wait. Damn, I don't know about that one either.
There are more. Oh, you're telling me there's more greater power forwards than small forwards?
No. I think there's a lot better small forwards.
I think so.
But I'm surprised that being all the way number 10. So
number 10, Scottie Pippen. All right.
I'm gonna need you to explain that a little bit more because I disagree.
I just explained it. He was a great sidekick. But the same thing with Chris Bosh. You were a sidekick. That's it. Everybody that I have above him led their team to a championship and were the best player on their team, or at least were the best player on their team at one point.
I mean,
all right.
I
disagree with it though.
I completely get your reasoning. I don't say I agree, but I get your reasoning.
All right, well, go ahead. Who's your guy's number 10?
All right, so my number 10 is Rick Barry.
Okay,
good. That's a good one.
This is my my OG spot. Recognizing the old timers and Rick Barry. I think because there's so many good talent in this position, so I'm gonna have to give him number 10. So
okay, so for me, my number 10 was Paul Pierce, and I wasn't gonna have Paul Pierce that high originally. I wasn't gonna have him that high originally, but then I really kind of just I was fighting with small forward for a while, especially with the Carmelo stuff. It broke my heart putting Carmelo at 15. Especially with Paul George and Jimmy Butler and Paul Pierce above him. But he has his ring, his Finals MVP. He was a 10-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA. He did it in the 2000s, and he was the main option. He was the number one option. I know. See, RJ had said it earlier when talking about Kevin Garnett that KG wasn't number one. It was Paul Pierce. Yeah. I understand it was just that 2008 ring, but I feel like that ring is so iconic that it just does a lot for the legacy, obviously, and it puts him a little higher. Maybe it overflates him a little bit, but on top of that, he had to go against Bron. He had to go against Bron. Did pretty well. He did pretty well. So I think I'm firmly putting him at 10.
I'm not mad about that because I have my honorable mentions, but I'll just say I feel like all those guys need each other. All those guys leading teams really couldn't do shit. So
it's gonna get weird when we start talking about Ray Allen too. By the way, later on.
Yeah, facts. Speaking of that, at number 9, Elgin Baylor at number 9.
Okay.
I
know he never won a ring, but he was the best player on that team, including a washed-up Wilt and Jerry West. He was the best player on that team. He led his team to multiple conference championships and finals, unlike Scottie Pippen.
I like that.
Right.
I don't disagree with it.
Theo's number 9.
Elgin Baylor.
Okay, you also have Elgin Baylor. He does come up for me later, but number 9, Rick Barry. You put him at 10, CEO, so it's not too much.
All right, so you guys want to work there. I went with Paul Reason at a small forward.
He didn't crack my list.
All right, wait, who's number 8?
RJ, number 8.
Oh, yeah, you said Rick Barry. Okay, man. At number 8, Dominique Wilkins at number 8, above Scottie Pippen and above, what's his name? Elgin Baylor. Guy was, what was there to say? The guy was, people sit here and talk about, the guys back in the day weren't athletic, all that bullshit. That's bullshit. Dominique Wilkins is a prime example of that. He's a prime example of that.
He was elite scorer in the 80s.
Elite scorer in the 80s, one of the best of that. Got Dominique Wilkins at number 8.
Okay, I don't hate it.
See ya.
Number 8, I got John Havlicek. All right. Shout out to a Boston legend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Too much Boston respect going on here. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah. Well, what's your number?
And a lot of it's coming from me. That's the fucked up part.
What's your number 8?
My number 8 is also.
You're not invited to the parade, Brandon.
I know.
Wait, you said John Havlicek's your number 8 as well?
I also have John Havlicek, and the reason why, also, besides the 8 rings, and some people might discredit him because he had Bill Russell, but he also won after Bill Russell. He was a two-way player too. Dominique Wilkins was my 11, but I'm cool with him if you have him at your 8. All right, that's cool. But I have Havlicek on my 8.
Well, CEO's about to have a big, big boner because I have John Havlicek at number 7 for all the same reasons why you guys have him. So
good shit.
All right, CEO, you're number 7.
He gets some demerits being a Celtic, but it is what it is.
My number 7 is Julius Erving.
Okay.
Wow. There's some disrespect there.
So I'm assuming you have him higher.
I guess we'll see.
All right. Any pushback?
Nah, I mean it's not a big. I want to know your reasoning though. Why Dr. J went to 7?
I think he's he gets I think I can only say the positive things about him. But I just don't, compared to the other people I have on my list, I think I'd rather have over him.
Okay, so my number 7, just because it's kind of helps the Dr. J argument a little bit for me.
All right.
My number 7 is Elgin Baylor. You guys already said him, or at least I think CEO said him. Anyways, I have Elgin Baylor at 7. I know I discredit certain guys for their eras and whatnot. But Elgin Baylor, he's dropping 27 points a game. He 11 all NBAs. He didn't have the ring, but he was, that dude in his era. And when you dominate enough, it's like, all right, it doesn't matter. You're right. I will agree with RJ later on that there are guys you can tell them play today and they will ball out. When you're dominant enough, in my opinion. Some guys, I just don't think, whatever. Especially offensively, I think there's the big skew offensively here because there's always going to be guys that are trash players overall, but they just happen to have good defense. That's kind of just how the game of basketball is a little bit. Elgin Baylor, though, 7. Dr. J, for me, is another one of those guys later on where I'll get to him. It's just, you have the merger, the ABA, and that was a weird time with the talent pool and whatnot, but you're just dominant enough. He was just dominant enough. That's why I felt like 7 is fine. I just thought he would be higher.
Well, with that being said, at number 6, James Worthy at number 6.
Okay.
James Worthy, everybody knows James Worthy was on those Magic and Kareem teams. Then he was on the Magic teams. But people don't know James Worthy had a little stretch where he was going to the Western Conference Championships when Magic retired because of what was STDs, whatever the fuck that asshole had. And James Worthy, by all accounts, could have led any team to would have been the best player on any team in the NBA that didn't have a superstar. James Worthy is vastly underrated. People need to look up what they were writing about him, his skill set, the whole 9. He won the championships. He was a huge part of that as well, too. James Worthy has that at my number 6.
You make a good point. I have him at 12, but because he wasn't the main guy, but you do make a good point about the fact that when the Magic was gone, he was still doing his thing. So I might have to put him a little higher.
All right.
Push back?
Nah,
not really. My number 6 is none other than Paul Pierce.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
Wow.
My Celtics legend, you know what I'm saying? So one of the best shooters ever. So, that's my number 6.
I mean, I had him at 10. RJ, what's your pushback?
Bro, he's not a top 10.
Come on, bro. Yeah, of course he is, bro. Apart from,
if Kevin Garnett decided to go anywhere else but the Celtics, we would not be remembering this guy at all.
Listen, Paul Pierce is him.
Pierce was doing his thing. He was doing his thing against Braun, too.
Exactly.
And losing. Well, go ahead.
I mean, losing to the greatest small forward of all time is not really
You're right.
That bad.
Exactly.
Well. Yeah, I mean, sure.
All right.
Still,
At number 6, Scottie Pippen. I think he was good enough, obviously good enough for me to crack top 10, and just not enough for the top 5 because he was the ultimate sidekick. Actually, he was that number 2 guy, and RJ's right. He did nothing without MJ. But, and if you know where I'm going with this, MJ didn't start winning till he had Scottie.
There you go. I was waiting for that.
MJ didn't start winning until he had Scottie. I know there's a lot of context to it. You can put nuance, and I know RJ's gonna do that. But numbers don't lie. It's just true. He didn't start winning until he had Scottie, elite defender, and he was firmly the number 2 guy. The number 2 guy.
not disagreeing with that, but come on, like, nah. I like Scottie, but all these other guys led their teams to conference championships. He couldn't do that with the same team Jordan left him with. Just saying.
All right, so number 5.
Number 5, I got Kevin Durant at number 5.
All right.
Whoa.
And this one's gonna get spicy. Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper. What else is there to say? Reason why he's not in the top 4 is because KD. And maybe you could prove me wrong this year. You haven't led your team to a championship. What I mean by that is win. You've been team hopping. I'm not going to default you for that, but we all know the leader of that Golden State team was Steph Curry. Steph Curry won before and after him. And Kevin Durant, you had multiple times to – not only did you constructed your own teams and still fucking lost. You have to get some type of demerits for that for me. So Kevin Durant is my number 5.
Okay. All right. I get no push.
Yeah, he could win this year, but I mean,
you got no pushback.
I got no pushback because he's my number 5 too. So.
Oh shit! All right.
I have a slight pushback, but not now because when I mentioned KD, we can talk about it.
All right.
At number 5, I got Dr. J, Julius Erving himself. Like I said, he was dominant enough. Like, yeah, the talent pool was weird and all that stuff, and I get it. But he was that guy. You could say he revolutionized the game as well. Well, he did. No, he did. I'm not saying you can't say. You can't. He did do that. He has 3 championships. One of them being an NBA ring. So it's like you did it in 2 eras, legit eras. Not even like we talk about decades and stuff like that. But no, these are like different eras, like actual eras. I think he deserves enough respect to be number 5 for me. Shout out Dr. J.
Well, speaking of that, we can also praise Dr. J because Dr. J. No. Actually, before we get to Dr. J, I have to get to my number 4.
All right.
Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
Number 4, Kawhi Leonard. I actually had KD above Kawhi, but then I had to really think about it. I'm like, Kawhi led his team to a championship. That means something. And I'm going to just be consistent. I feel like Kawhi is the best player out of both of them, offensively and defensively. If I was building the team, I would take Kawhi over KD.
I have no pushback.
Who's your 4?
Scottie Pippen.
Oh, okay.
Damn. So I had Scottie 6. You had him 4. RJ had him 10.
10, which is, oh my god.
RJ, you wanna say anything, or are you just gonna let it go?
No, I'm right. You guys are wrong. If you're building a team and you say you have to get me to a conference championship, you're taking Scottie over Baylor, Dominique Wilkins, John Havlicek, James Worthy, KD, or Kawhi.
Well, for me, I already made clear. Me building a team is kind of different from the top 75.
Listen, Sky's a great player. I'm not denying that, but I'm sorry. Like, simple dog, you just couldn't lead shit. Like, and you were also a headache. I don't know if you guys know this, but he was being a brat during that last championship run. Like, nah, I would take all those guys above Scottie.
I feel like if Jordan's son didn't pipe his wife, you'd have him higher. I just want to put that out there.
I agree with that. I kind of agree. Listen, Scottie, I feel like when it comes to Scottie, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like there was no Scottie, I don't think Jordan would be number 1. That's all I gotta say.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I think that he played a major role.
I feel like Jordan would have won.
Not as much. I don't think
not as much. He would have won. Scottie without Jordan is not winning shit.
No, that's what I said. I don't think Jordan would be number one all time without him. That's what I'm saying. But
I'm gonna put it to you like this, right? Jordan
Yeah.
would still be a top 5 shooting guard if Scottie never existed, because I feel like he would have won maybe 2 to 3 championships. Okay, Scottie's
Fair.
not even fucking top 75 without Jordan. He would have been he would just been a fucking Jeremy O'Neal, great defensive player, but just gets bounced in the first, second round.
Again, I don't think it's that big of a demerit. The fact that
I'm gonna put a big demerit. Ready? Scottie went to Hakeem Olajuwon and Charles Barkley and couldn't even fucking win. You had 2 great players, you still couldn't fucking win. So I just want to point that out. And by the way, when Jordan retired the second time, that Bulls team was struggling so fucking bad. I'm not talking about the first year, the second year. Scottie was begging Jordan to come back. So
I mean, I get your pushback.
Kawhi's over KD. Yes,
I get your pushback. I have them in between both of you guys. My number 4 is you already say your 4, right? So
Yeah.
Number 4, Kawhi. Kawhi's now number 4, and I could put him higher. And you know what? I was wrestling with him with 4 and 3, but then I started really thinking about 3, and I'm like, oh no, I can't disrespect him. As much as I don't dislike the guy, I just fucking hate his team. Kawhi, 2 rings, Finals MVP, and two Finals MVP, and he carried Toronto all the way. 2 Defensive Player of the Years. He was an ultimate playoff bucket. He was a 2-way. He's the ultimate 2-way player. Like, there's a lot of good things you can say about him. But that second ring, I understand he can't control who he plays, but fuck, it kind of bothers me a little bit because if the Warriors are healthy, do you think the Raptors still win?
No such thing as what ifs.
But we just did this earlier. You gave me what ifs earlier. You gave me hypotheticals.
No. You told to me we can't go off of what ifs, so no what ifs.
Nonetheless, I don't have to use the what if to put him 4. I think 4 is a good spot for me.
All right.
I'm my number 4, so I'm not pushing back on you.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 3.
Dr. J. Julius Irvin. The fact that you guys have this guy so fucking low,
I have him 5.
really is still fucking low. First of all, shout out to my dad, his favorite player, but that didn't have another factor of it. Well, maybe it did because I did research on Dr. J. Listen, Dr. J, NBA champion, MVP he was the best small forward in the 70s and 80s, carried the league. People forget about this. He was the face of the league for a little bit until Magic and Bird came along, because the league was looked at a bunch of fucking crackheads who did meth and smoked weed all the time. He was the face that helped us get to the Magic and Bird era and put the map back onto the fucking onto the NBA. Dr. J deserves his credit.
You're right.
And a freak of nature, by the way, too.
I mean, you're right. I don't have a pushback. I have my 5, but this fine 3. I'm not gonna complain about it. So yeah.
My number 3 is Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, okay.
You didn't have any pushback for Dr. J?
Not really. No, I get his point.
Okay.
I mean, I personally don't have him that high, but I get his point. Now, Kawhi Leonard, for obvious reasons, I think that obviously I don't have him at number 1 for a reason, but Kawhi had the ability to. Like I said, this is why he's number 3, but he had the ability, if he had the right mindset, to overshadow LeBron James.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Kawhi at 3. I think he's even at 3. He's kind of wasted talent in a sense.
Okay.
Okay. My number 3. And reading it back right now, I changed it because I didn't have all the time I wanted to revise this. And my number 3 is KD. He falls to number 3. Originally, I wanted to put him higher, but he just doesn't have as much as the next 2 above him. He is the best pure scorer ever. Maybe because there's nobody will fight me on that, but there are some debates we can talk about later. Maybe. He has the MVP. He has 3 finals appearances, 2 rings, 2 finals MVP. I think he's higher on my list versus RG's list only because for me, Yeah, was he the leader of the team? No, but in the finals, he won 2 Finals MVP for a reason. You could say, "Oh yeah, Curry's team," but KD did rise to the occasion. Granted, that is easy to do when you have a fucking squad around you, especially, and it was that. But KD was that good that RJ didn't need Clay. Anyways, to keep on going, you are right. The only reason I won't put him higher is also because you said, like you said, he has the fact that he went to other teams and did nothing with them, which is a big demerit. And he could change that this year. He can go to a conference final. He can go to the finals. I know he's one of your backup picks to make the finals this year. But if we're talking like accolades and everything like that, he just gets capped out at 3.
Yeah, plus he gets a mark down for being a bitch.
Well, Draymond bitched him. Let's not forget that.
Having KD at 3, I'm not really mad at. Me personally, I still have him there.
That's fine. I think all of us have the same 2 and 1, but
yeah. But where we put him, and at number 2, and I know CEO's gonna block me at this. Larry Bird at number 2.
All right, CEO, you also have him at 2.
Number 2, I have none other than LeZion Israel James. All right.
He just changed it today. That's a web.
No, yes. Originally, I have Larry Bird at number 2, unfortunately.
And then I also have Larry Bird at 2. I mean, I could just say, he dominated the 80s. He has 3 rings, 2 Finals MVPs, 9 All NBA. He had unstoppable offense. Like, what's more to say about Larry Bird? And he was white.
Yeah. So at number 1, LeBron.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
I have no notes on LeBron. It just says it's LeBron James. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately.
So it is what it is. Speaking of that, we're getting to shooting guards.
I'm excited about this for good reasons and bad reasons.
All right, shoot. Well, my honorable mentions of shooting guards, I have Pete Maravich, Reggie Miller, George McGinnis, Kyrie Irving, and Jimmy Buckets as my honorable mentions.
Okay.
All
right. So all right. So my honorable mentions. Let's see. Ooh. Did I? Yeah, I'm gonna skip this one. I think I forgot it.
Okay. So I'm gonna go from 1 to 5 now this time because the 5th one is very interesting. Manu Ginobili, Joe Dumars. I was speaking about him yesterday, RJ.
Yeah.
Sidney Moncrief, Vince Carter, and his last guy. I just want to say something. If I was building top 75 lists, I could find someone else to put over him in the top 75 list. Because I did it by position, he's here, but doesn't mean like I can get another small forward to replace him. I get 5 small forwards to replace him, 5 small forwards, 3 power forwards, and another fucking center probably, and 2 fucking point guards to replace him. But for this one time and one time only, Klay Thompson.
Oh, this list is about to be interesting.
This list is going to be horribly combative. I already know.
And now, before you keep going, though, I wanted to put Dumars higher. I wanted to put Ginobili higher. Hell, I wanted to put Moncrief higher. Vince is fine at 14. But these guys, I could replace them with other guys. But I didn't. Number 10, RJ.
Oh, this list is going to cause some issues. I can already tell.
At number 10, we have the man that helped the Miami Heat beat the San Antonio Spurs in 2013, Ray Allen. At number 10.
I don't know if CEO's gonna like that one.
I don't hate it because I don't even have him in my top 10. So
okay. So he would have been your honorable mention. Okay.
Yeah, he would have been in my honorable mentions. Yeah.
I just want to point out 7 through 15 are very interchangeable. So you're gonna hear some. It's
gonna be horrible, bro. I can already tell.
7 through 15 are interchangeable. You can if you gotta debate me on them, that's fine, because I can still replace them. It's just I didn't based on how I felt at the moment and what the
right,
research
Just
did,
7 through
whatever.
15.
So
7
we're
through
gonna
15.
All right.
we're gonna do RJ Brandon. I'll do the last one for this one
Okay.
because
All
I feel
right.
like this is gonna be nasty.
At number 10, I'm starting with Mr. Tracy McGrady. 13 points, 30 seconds himself.
Oh,
I'm not mad about that.
I'm not mad at that. Just I think my list is about to be very.
But shout out to Tracy because he can be higher. 2 scoring titles. He had 32 points a game in the dead ball era. Had the brutal 2000s, by the way. I don't think it was the hardest guard era because I think that was 2010s, but still brutal fucking 2000s. But he had a short prime. That's why he stood at 10.
RJ, go ahead.
Aren't you going?
Wait, yeah, you didn't go.
No, I said it's gonna be Brandon, you, then me.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna wait till.
I already went.
Oh, what did you say?
I said Ray Allen.
Okay. All right. My number 10 is Reggie Miller.
Not
Okay.
mad about that.
All right, good. So no arguments.
My placement's worse. My placement is worse.
Okay. All right. Next
Go
one.
ahead, RJ. 9.
And I have to make a correction here. I
All
put
right.
in my notes.
See, that's the good thing about the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. First Take, Undisputed, fucking all these other guys, they're not gonna do any of this. They'll just pretend they're right even though they're wrong. We can still make mistakes and change them on the fly because we're that good.
Yeah, exactly. So these guys are in the same, but I actually have Ray Allen as my number 9. T-Mac is my number 10.
Okay.
Pretty much the same reasons that you get that.
Yeah, the only reason why I put Ray Allen above T-Mac is because Ray Allen did win a ring and he went to a conference championship. T-Mac got bounced in the first round a lot. But Ray Allen, there's nothing to say about that. T-Mac, I mean, like Brandon said, he was 24 averaging 30 like he told Ty Lil, so that's what it is.
All right, so you had so now okay, so T-Mac is your 10 and now 9 is Ray Allen.
Yeah,
okay.
So you all have.
My number 9 is George Gervin.
Okay.
4 scoring titles, 9-time All-Star. He didn't have a finals, and it wasn't a weird era, but like he was a bucket. He was a bucket, and that's what it comes down to when it comes to shooting guards. It's the fucking name. First of all, it comes down to how you are on that court. I mean, winning matters, of course, but especially we're talking 9 through 15 right now. I'm cool with Gervin there. You could replace him with like another guy. I'm cool with Gervin.
CEO.
Number 9, I'm gonna go with James Harden.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you're not gonna like my list.
You're not gonna like. Well, my placement. Yeah.
Well, you got a problem with that?
No, I don't. But I'm just saying you're not gonna like my list.
Oh,
okay,
shit.
why is he only 9?
I think. Listen, I thought about ranking him higher, and I wouldn't be mad if y'all ranked him higher. Okay. He's one of the. I think, even though I don't like him personally, but I think he's one of the best offensive players. He's kind of like, and I hate to. He's kind of like this. He's a Hall of Famer, one of the best offensive players ever. Just the problem is that everyone knows his playoff problems, but I don't like his work ethic. I'm gonna be upfront about that. I think he had a sloppy work ethic, and I also think that his defense was a subpar. So I'm gonna put him at number. What was it again? 9? Yeah, number 9.
All of a sudden it's bad to like strippers.
I mean, yeah, it's just and he. Yeah, well, listen, if he lost his beard, he'd probably get more demerits, but we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I just saw a meme with him without his beard, so it is what it is. At my number 8, like Brandon said, George Gervin, for all the same reasons he did. Scoring machine. He was the original Spur before David Robinson, Spurs. Spurs are one of the best organizations in basketball. They went from George Gervin, then they get David and Tim, then Tim and Kawhi, then Wemby. It's fucking ridiculous. But
shout out to Tana.
Yeah, but George Gervin is my number 8. Brandon?
My number 8, Ray Allen. Ray Allen got 2 rings. He has the shot, and I did mention earlier, there's iconic moments. one of the most top 3, probably. Maybe not top 3, but up there. It's up there. He was the ultimate role player when it mattered. His only demerit was that he's not the main guy. So if you wanted to put him lower, I understand. But Ray Allen, I got to put him up there.
CEO.
I have George Gervin.
Okay. Same as me.
All right. 7.
At number 7, we have James Harden.
All right. I mean, I'm not mad at that.
Guy's a scoring machine. Only reason why I put him above George Gervin is because he actually made a finals. That's the only reason why.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. Brandon?
That's your only reason why. I know he went to the finals. I didn't really have that in my reasons for why I put James Harden where I was. But he's not my 7. Reggie Miller's my 7.
Okay.
Really?
Now, once I said, I know, right? Once I said 7 through 15 is very interchangeable, but Reggie Miller cracked my 7. He's got the finals, and I wrote right here, unfortunately, elite in the playoffs, especially against my Knicks. And he hooped against the strong East. At the time, it was a strong East. And yeah, I gotta give him respect because when it was in the playoffs, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Just against the wrong fucking team, but he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
I have him in my top 15, so I'm not mad that you have him at 7.
All right, CEO, you're 7.
My number 7, Allen Iverson.
Oh yeah, Iverson, the shooting guard. Okay.
All right, no pushbacks.
Not yet.
All right. Next one then.
Oh man. At number 6.
Oh shit.
Manu
Ginobili at number 6.
Yo, what the fuck? Explain.
Absolutely. People don't give Manu Ginobili the respect that he deserves. He was a huge part of that Tim Duncan era. And I think Ginobili was carrying the team after Tim Duncan. I think he was there with Kawhi going to the playoffs. Is he the best player on that team? No. But he deserves credit. He's a multiple-time champion, a 6th man. One of the best shooting guards to play defense. Manu fucking Ginobili at number 6.
All right.
Okay. Now, before I get to my 6, Manu Ginobili was 11 for me. I did say he's interchangeable. He could have been higher. Manu, 4 rings, playoff riser. And like I said, I value winning. Winning is better than numbers. He sacrificed his numbers to win.
Yo.
He's very creative, high IQ, and he was a spark plug off the bench. I love Manu. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Manu Ginobili, love him. He didn't crack my top 6, but I get it. My 6 is the beard himself, James Harden.
Well, thank God no one had him in the top 5.
And I don't even like James Harden. Realistically, I don't. But MVP, at one point, he was a baby Kevin Durant. Okay? He was that good. And he took the peak Warriors to Game 7. The only reason I didn't put him higher than the next guy is because he actually had a decent squad around him to do so. He had CP3. CP3, yes, was hurt, but that doesn't mean CP3's impact didn't help at all. So 6 is good for me. Because the next guy, there's a reason I have him there.
Well, I have no problem. I have James Harden at 7, so it is what it is. CEO, who do you have at your number 5?
All right. You mean number 6?
My bad. Number 6, yeah.
All right. So number 6, you guys probably positioned him differently, but I have number 6 at Jerry West.
Yeah, I positioned him differently.
I have him as a point guard.
Yeah, but he played both, so I have him.
That's fine.
All right.
So the reason I had him at point is because he was their main facilitator. So just based off that, I switched him. There's a couple guys I switched, like Kyrie, but we'll get to that because I didn't say him at all. Right.
Kyrie had the we'll go ahead.
You have 5, RJ. Go ahead.
All right,
shit.
you guys ready? You guys
Yeah,
ready?
ready? Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Well, damn, I'm trying to think.
You say Vince Carter, I'm gonna shoot you.
Oh,
Yo, facts. You better not say Vince Carter.
No, Vince Carter didn't make my list, unfortunately.
All right.
But there's someone here who made my list. You guys watch SpongeBob, right?
I know who it is.
You guys watch SpongeBob?
Yes.
Used to, I guess.
You know who Patrick Star is?
Yes.
Yeah.
This guy looks kind of like Patrick Star, and he's dating a star currently right now.
Wait, they say Henry Perkins, right?
No.
Wait, what?
Right.
Wait, hold on.
Klay Thompson at number 5.
RJ.
List, all right? Klay Thompson, 4-time champion, one of the
trolling.
best defensive shooting guards ever, was a contributing factor to that Golden State Warriors team. There's no Golden State dynasty without Klay Thompson. Brandon, suck a mean cock. Right? I don't give a fuck. The guy scored 61. There was times Curry was fucking trash and Klay Thompson saved their fucking ass, and I'm going to say it right here, right now. He is a better sidekick than Scottie fucking Pippen.
Yo, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Klay Thompson at number 5.
Yeah, this nigga's trolling. I know he's trolling. He wrote that
No,
shit
I mean,
down.
he's number 5.
He wrote this shit down ahead of time to troll me. And
No.
Oh my God.
That was good rage bait, RJ. That was good rage bait.
At number 5, we have Klay the Stallion. All right.
CEO, I need a moment to collect my thoughts. CEO, who's gonna?
No. I'm laughing because this is very unexpected, RJ. That's all I'll say.
Klay Thompson.
I was gonna say right before you said Klay, I was gonna say if you say Klay, I'm gonna shoot you. But
you said Vince. I'm surprised you said Vince.
No, I was gonna say because I didn't think you were gonna fucking put Klay, but then I was gonna say Klay, and I'm like, nah, he doesn't have Klay there because Klay's.
Listen, I made the
first.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
All right.
When you said it looks like Patrick Star, first thing that came to mind was Kendrick Perkins. He doesn't even play this position, but I was like, okay, a fat nigga.
I mean, I put Kendrick Perkins on those Warriors teams first, but
all right. Oh gosh.
All right.
Let's see.
Very hot take, RJ.
No, CEO, what's your 5th? I need a moment to collect myself.
All right, my 5th is Clyde Drexler.
Okay.
You know what? I'm glad hearing Clyde Drexler. That makes my ears a little happy after the bullshit I just heard. All right.
Oh, man.
RJ, and for everybody in the chat, RJ, I get it. Klay is here on my list because of 2015. Because you're right. 2015, very important. His defense is very important. He was the 2. Elite shooter. Great role player in the context of things. RJ, Klay Thompson, they did not need his ass for the next 3 fucking rings. Those KD teams, you could have put fucking Kaiju at the fucking 2, and it wouldn't have mattered. It would not have mattered.
Brandon, you could have put Prime Dame. They still would have not won.
That's bullshit. That is
bro.
bullshit.
Listen. You have to put your hate towards Klay aside.
No.
The defense that this guy played, Dame, Jimmy, they're not playing that. I'm simple.
That's bullshit.
Oh, Dame is playing defense like Klay Thompson?
You said Jimmy. You said Jimmy too. So
I said
Jimmy.
Okay.
That's bullshit because a player like a Jimmy, and I know CEO doesn't care about this guy as much, but it's on his team. I mentioned Jaylen Brown. I fucking put Jaylen Brown in those teams, and they still win.
Let me ask a question. CEO, right now.
Yeah.
If you could pair Tatum with Jaylen Brown or Prime Klay, who are you taking?
I don't want to answer that.
Answer it, bro. Come on.
I don't want to answer that.
He's pleading the 5th.
I'm pleading the 5th.
Can you at least explain why you're pleading the 5th?
You'll see.
All right, go ahead.
I don't like that he said you'll see. I don't like that shit.
Oh, I love it. Actually, no, CEO, go ahead. But Brandon, you already Brandon, you didn't have a problem with my Ginobili pick, right? At number 6.
Sure. Yes.
So why the fuck you give me blowback for Clay? Clay was more important than fucking Ginobili was. Tony Parker and Tim Duncan.
No.
And Kawhi too. Just saying too.
You made it clear. You made it clear what Ginobili was. Ginobili was, especially after Tim Duncan, like you said, he was doing it again with the next Clay. First off, I'm not gonna shit on him too much for being a Mav right now because he is old, he is hurt, all that stuff. But you take Clay off the Warriors in his prime, he's still not doing jack shit on any other team. He's not doing jack shit on any. He's nothing but another Devin Booker at that.
Okay, but
matter of fact, I would probably take Devin Booker.
Yeah, you're tripping. You are tripping. You are tripping.
I'm not. I'm fucking.
Devin Booker can barely make the playoffs, and he doesn't even play defense.
If Clay was leading the fucking team, which again we have hypotheticals in this case, he's not leading them to the fucking.
Well,
playoffs.
That's a hypothetical. We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. Sure.
I'm disappointed in you, RJ. I thought you knew more better than this, bro.
Well, so you're giving me shit for Clay?
Yeah.
Listen, bro. CEO, you should listen. Hold up, Brandon. What was your main thing? Winning matters. You're taking Booker over Clay?
Hold on. But context matters. And yes, he's on this list, period, because of 2015. I won't argue that. In 2023, 23, against the Boston Celtics, right? For what it's worth, it was like, no, bullshit. Clay didn't do shit that year. In the regular season, didn't do jack shit. And in the fucking playoffs, they didn't need him either. You know who was the impact player on that team besides Steph Curry? It was Jordan Poole.
Context. Clay was literally coming off an ACL tear, and they used Clay as a distraction for Jordan Poole. Let me ask you this: what the hell has Jordan Poole done since he's left Golden State?
Nothing.
That's all nice and dead. He's done just as much as fucking Clay.
Clay is washed. He has 2 bum ass ACL.
He was washed that year too.
That's my point. He was still a distraction. That counts for something.
They didn't care.
Jordan Poole was even a starter.
They didn't give a fuck.
He was a starter. Okay, so answer me this.
Was
why is Clay, other than Michael Jordan, why is Clay higher on the defensive list of greatest shooting guards to
That's fine. I'm not denying the fact that he's had good defense. He is the second, well, maybe he's the top 3 shooter of all time, maybe top 5, depending who you have, right? Fine. That doesn't mean shit towards winning because at the end, it doesn't. Because you can have the stats to back you up. But again, he wasn't the leader, obviously. On the Warriors, when they won with KD, he wasn't the 1-2. He was the third option on offense, but Draymond was still more important than Clay. He's the fourth most important player next to fucking who? Who was their fucking center? Was it Zaza that year, or was it fucking I don't even remember who the hell their center was. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
First of all, you're wrong.
I'm disappointed.
You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
Hold
on. If you want to look up the stats, Clay had better numbers than fucking Curry in some of those finals.
Wait, listen. This is so bad. Well, did Brandon say he's number 5?
No, he didn't.
My number 5 is Allen Iverson. I have nothing to.
Oh, you guys have Iverson. Okay, I got Iverson as a point guard.
The reason I have Iverson above Harden in the shooting guard list is because, yes, he had a harder path. He had a brutal fucking path. He had to go against Vince Carter. He had to go against Allen, Reggie. He stole a game for Shaq and Kobe, and he was the only one there. And he won an MVP. Had to put him up there.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to push back on that. I have nothing to say. I just want to move on number 4 because that was a bad take by RJ. So I just want to move on.
I know, fucking boy, you guys don't. You know what
I'm
saying?
Yeah. You know.
Brandon, I'm not surprised by this. Me and Brandon talk about Clay all the time. You know
Clay's fucking
CEO,
ball. Yeah.
I'm very disappointing. As a winner, you should understand winners.
Can we move on from this? I'm gonna move on to number 4, right?
You know what I'm saying? But speaking of that, at number 4.
Oh yeah, let me go first. I'm gonna go number 4 because I wanna rinse my mouth of that bullshit.
All
right. I'm disappointed in RJ because
RJ might have to rinse his mouth. RJ might have to rinse his mouth too for other reasons. Fuck.
You guys don't know shit.
He had him number 5 when I have Klay Thompson at number 4.
I knew this nigga was gonna say that shit. I knew this nigga. Because when he said that shit, I forgot what the hell you said at that point.
Shout out to the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. Come on.
All right, y'all got it. Don't worry about it. Y'all got it. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Fucking Klay Thompson.
I love it. Oh, yo, shout out to Silver, man.
When this nigga said that shit, when he played it, I was like, oh, yes.
All right, so I'm assuming you'll take Clay over Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Brandon,
Like,
this should tell you.
Clank, you know what? I'm glad that I'll remember. I almost fell off my fucking chair right now. I'll remember that Klay Thompson shot 0 for 10 in an elimination game. That same Klay Thompson that was supposedly apparently fucking important against the Boston Celtics in the finals. You got it, bro. You got it.
Yeah, this is the same Klay Thompson who scored 61 in 2015 too, in an elimination game as well too.
Hey, no. I gave him 2015. That was fucking 11 years ago, RJ.
Oh man,
great minds think alike.
Yeah, that's great minds think alike, man.
Yeah, well, CEO, for this whole list, we've been thinking alike, and then somehow you just fucking decided to like turn the fucking brain off.
Because CEO was disgusted that he was agreeing with you the whole fucking time. That's why.
I think the last three is probably easy.
Well, tell me. So no, we're on for number 4 right now, right?
Oh yeah, number 4. Yeah, go ahead.
Number 4. This might be controversial. I don't know how you guys feel about this.
All right.
Dwayne Wade.
Okay. I'm not mad at it.
Huh?
I'm not mad at it.
D Wade, I mean, there's nothing to say about it. He 06, one of the best shooting guards in the 2000s and early 2010s. I mean, he was. I'm gonna say this: D Wade is closer to Kobe than Kobe is to MJ. I'm gonna leave it at that. So he's my number 4. Brandon,
I don't hate that. I mean, granted, anything is better. Anything would be better after that Klay Thompson take. But my number 4 is Clyde Drexler. I mean, CEO had him 5, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I'm guessing you didn't say him yet, so he's coming up, or unless you didn't put him, but there'll be no fucking reason. I wouldn't put it past you because you had Klay Thompson, so I don't know your ball knowledge anyway. But 1 ring, 2 finals, elite 2-way wing in the Jordan era, gave Jordan a run for his money. No much to say for Clyde Drexler. Can't even say this shit right because of fucking Klay Thompson. God damn it.
yeah.
Clyde Drexler, number 4.
CEO, did you say yours yet? Oh no.
Yeah, I already said it was Klay Thompson. Remember, so.
Oh, okay.
The correct take. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. At number 3, Clyde Drexler. The reason why I put him above D Wade is because he led the Portland Trailblazers to a finals, lost to Jordan is what it is, but also went to Hakeem Olajuwon's team and won a championship. And also, I just feel like he's a better overall player than Dwayne Wade. I feel like he's a better shooter. So is what is there. Those two are just interchangeable.
Yeah, they're very interchangeable. I agree with you. The only thing that had me above Dwayne Wade. Oh my god, I still can't fucking speak. Holy shit. Dwayne Wade above Clyde is that, like, as much as his 3-point shooting wasn't that great, he was still like a dominant offensive player the way his play style, which made up for it. And then he won in 2 different eras too. 2 different decades, but it's 2 different eras. So that's the other thing. He has 3 rings. I guess we could do a math thing. 3 is better than 1, whatever. Clyde being at 3 for you doesn't bother me at all. Not as much. I gotta mention it again.
I promise you, my next 2 are gonna, but go ahead, see, Brandon.
Well, everybody has the same next 2, I would assume. But CEO, what's your third?
My third one is Dwayne Wade.
Okay.
Yep.
Now he went back to the correct takes.
All right. So what's your third, Brandon?
I just said Dwayne Wade's my third.
Oh, all right. And at number 2, obviously, with a change of heart and really looking at the semantics, Michael Jordan is at number 2, people.
What?
Michael Jeffrey Jordan. All right.
You know what?
Is this a joke?
Yeah,
wait.
All right, yeah.
No.
It wasn't.
It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke. I respect that for somebody who has Klay at fucking top 5 shooting guards that has him like top 50 in the fucking. I'd expect it. I would fucking expect it. He probably has Dame. Guys, be prepared. Dame is probably top 10 point guard, by the way. Just probably. He might be top 5, guys. He might fucking be top 5.
Dame Dollar.
While Brandon's having a fucking fit, Kobe Bryant's my number 2.
Agreed. Number 2 for me as well.
He's my 2 as well. It's Kobe.
And then Michael Jordan's number 1.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, that was very. All right, hey man, we saved the fireworks for the best.
Shit.
Brandon, you're 2 out of 3 people disagree with you on this panel. I'm just letting you know, bro.
Thanks.
2 out of 3 people are fucking gonna get brain tumors in the future too. So fucking.
All right. Well, last position, guys. We have the point guards, and
All
one
right.
of these names. I hope there's a certain somebody in the chat right now, because there's gonna be one name in here that they're gonna bust a fucking nut all over their fucking rooms. But
Oh my god, this is gonna get so much fucking better. It's gonna get so much fucking better.
I hope it's not who I'm thinking about.
It is. I bet it is.
It better not be a certain Canadian. Bro.
All right. Well, you know what I'm saying. Well, since you bought it, well, I'm gonna save him for later. Well, hold on. Let's get this one out. My honorable mentions.
All right.
Jason Kidd. Any problem with that?
No,
not really.
That's it.
Gary Payton. Any problem with that?
Nope.
Here's an interesting one.
All right.
And this is one of the guys I just named. I was talking about him specifically, where you can't look at numbers, you have to look at impact and what he's done. You know what he is? He's my Klay Thompson, Dennis Rodman guy. All right,
all right.
Point guards. Drew Holiday.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
You put Dennis Rodman. You put Dennis Rodman and Drew Holiday on the Warriors team. Just no way. Anyways, go ahead. Keep on.
All right.
Tony Parker.
Okay.
Oh, Brandon, you might get more pissed off about this next name.
All right.
Brandon might fucking block. I'm just letting you know. Brandon's about to block us all after this next name. All right.
Well, this is my last pod episode, guys. Just fuck.
Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
In my honorable mentions, Brandon. Rajon Rondo in my honorable mentions.
Well, I knew that one was coming because we talked about this.
Walt Frazier in my honorable mentions.
You have a lot of fucking honorable mentions.
Yeah, point. That's why I don't have a lot. You have like power forward and center.
All right.
These next two. Oh man, these next two.
All right.
D Rose is my second to last honorable mention at point guard. And my last one. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is my last honorable mention at point guard.
Gross.
Looks like it has him.
You know what I'm saying? So
all right.
Looks like it has him. But
so I'm assuming the only pushback I'm getting is SGA.
Absolutely. Now, my honorable mentions are Gary Payton.
Okay.
Derrick Rose.
Okay.
Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
Walt Frazier.
All right.
And Jalen Brunson.
Whoa. That shit woke me up because I was eating chicken right now, like hard as fuck.
What?
Jalen Brunson.
Oh wow. You got so shout out to you know it's Brandon, he's foreshadowing for what's gonna happen in a few months from now.
Yeah. Anyways, all right, so I think I have slightly the most normal list because so my honorable mentions: 15 Jason Kidd, 14 Bob Cousy, 13 Steve Nash, 12 Kyrie Irving. Before I go to the next one, the reason I put Kyrie is because if I would put him fucking Clay, if I would have put him at shooting guard, I don't think he would have made the top 15. And I'm be real with you because there's just a lot of fucking guys there that I think I would have put against over Kyrie. 12, 11 Tony Parker. All right. Those are my honorable mentions.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, whoa. Okay, Lil Nig, you are beyond fucking retarded, bro. Holy shit. But, it is what it is. But, going off of my number 10. Number 10, Bob Cousy at number 10. I think I mentioned this in a few streams ago. CEO might be happy I'm putting a Celtic right here, all right? Bob Cousy, when you think of those, Bill Russell, speaking of them, he had to have someone passing the ball. Everybody had to be passing the ball. It's Bob Cousy. Someone had to be scoring. It was Bob Cousy. The disrespect, once again, I hate this whole, listen, was the comp as it is now or as athletic now? No, but at the same time, you play who you play. Bob Cousy, number 10.
All right.
Let's take RJ when we talk about eras, and I don't have a problem with Bob Cousy, but when you talk about eras, it's like he wants to adjust for inflation or some shit. It's like we're talking baseball. You can't I understand Babe Ruth was, Babe fucking Ruth, but like if Babe Ruth played today, he's not like fucking smacking shit. I don't think he get a fucking foul ball. But
Hey, Babe Ruth
guess,
played in the 30s when like there was no black people allowed, so that's totally different than Bob Cousy.
I mean, there's barely any black people allowed when Bobby Cousy played, but
Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Elgin Baylor.
I said barely. Anyways, Bob Cousy 6 rings, despite the era, and he was a pioneer of the game. I had him 14. 10 is fine.
All right.
All right, CEO.
So, my number 10 is Bob Cousy.
Oh shit! Yeah, me and CEO cooking, man. Me and CEO cooking. Bob Cousy.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
All right.
So,
go ahead.
My 10, Walt Frazier, 2 rings.
All right.
I'm not mad.
2 rings. It was because if I'm talking about eras again, he had a stronger era than Bob Cousy, and on top of that, because it was a strong era. But at the same time, it was still one of the more weaker eras. That's why I didn't put him any higher. Game 7 legend, something that Clay would never be. Game 7 legend, and Game 7 legend Walt Frazier. He's number 10. Go to number 9.
All right, I gotta give you pushback. Not for that. I'm not mad at the pick. I'm giving you pushback because how the fuck do you have how do you have Walt Frazier at 10, but you have Willis Reed in your honorable mentions, but you have Dwight over him?
I mean, we're talking about different positions.
Okay, I understand that, but like, come on, bro.
Wait, because if we're talking about, hold on, let me see. I want to look at my actual. What did I say? Walt Frazier, right? Let me see. Where did I put Walt?
Walt Frazier's at 10, but you have Willis Reed in your honorable mentions, but you have Dwight over him and Patrick Ewing.
Wait. In my, where the fuck did I put Walt Frazier? I'm looking for my top 75. I'm trying to look for Walt Frazier. I'll answer you in a second. Just keep going to the next guy.
All right. At number 9, John Stockton. Second.
All right.
Passing on his body. I'm John Stockton.
Yeah, John Stockton, one of the best assisters ever. Went to back-to-back finals. Probably one of the best point guards in the 90s. So he was passing to that fucking asshole Karl Malone, but Stockton, number 9.
All right, no pushback for me. How about you?
What about Brandon?
Let me see where I put John Stockton. Where the fuck did I put Walt Frazier in my I'm looking for it in my top 75. I don't see him. Hold on. Number 9. Where did I put John Stockton? Okay. At my number 9 was Gary Payton. I had Gary Payton, Defensive Player of the Year as a point guard in Jordan's era. Now, granted, I don't like saying Defensive Player of the Game of the Year. Please, Defensive Player of the Year because as a point guard, because bitch ass Marcus Smart won it a couple years ago. But 2 different eras. It was some bullshit. Whatever. CEO knows that too. Defensive Player of the Year as a point guard in Jordan's era, had a 1 ring in that same era, and it was a 2-way dog. The reason I have Walt Frazier because we're talking like positions, why, right? Dwight was 10 as well in his position. Willis Reed was an honorable mention, but that doesn't mean that those guys aren't above him in the top 75 ranking. It's just the nature of of the positions. Because in the top 75 rankings, he might be lower depending how I value certain point guards.
Yeah, but like Willis Reed was more impactful than Dwight Howard ever was. So.
Oh, you're talking about Willis Reed and Dwight. What was my reasoning again? I forgot because we talked about this a while ago.
Oh no, because you had Willis Reed at 10. I'm like, I'm not mad about that.
I had Willis Reed at 11 and I had Dwight at 10.
I
had Willis Reed at
11.
No.
At 10. Walt Frazier, my bad. Walt Frazier. You had Walt Frazier at 10 here, but you had Willis Reed at honorable mention. I'm like, bro, they were on the same team, and you can make a case Willis Reed was a better player than Walt Frazier.
He was just barely top 10 on Willis Reed in my center, so it's not like you could still, if you wanted to change Willis Reed for Dwight Howard and put him 10, it wouldn't bother me.
All right, that's fine. Because I don't think you give me pushback for having Willis Reed.
The only reason with Willis Reed was the only reason he was below Dwight was because he had a short peak. That was the only reason I had.
All right, that's fine. We're arguing great Knicks right here. CEO knows nothing about great players. You know what I'm saying?
Well, apparently, there's a third great Knick that we're gonna get to it after this list with the little bit of time we have. But
yeah,
Gary Payton was my 9. CEO, what's your 9?
My 9 is Jason Kidd.
Oh shit!
I swear to God.
What?
No, go ahead. Make a reason.
Yeah, number 9.
You got no pushback from me, Brandon. Is anything you want to say?
I mean, Jason Kidd was 15 for me. 6 spots, not the worst thing in the world, but like we're not gonna.
Oh, right. I would have done that. You gave me all the fucking spot with this nigga do it.
Hold on, we're not gonna ignore the fact that Jason Kidd had weak ass numbers. And on top of that, good. He has a ring. He has an unforgettable ring, but he has a ring, I guess. You know,
and went to 2 finals.
He led the team, but nonetheless, I just can't put him in the top 10.
He's one of the best defensive point guards ever.
So is Marcus Smart, apparently.
Come on, man, stop it.
But I mean, whatever. It's not the most. I mean, it's not Clay at 5.
Basic Kid has the numbers to back it up. Marcus Smart is just a fucking gray hair fag who played for the Celtics. You know what I'm saying?
And you put both of them on the team, on the Warriors team. They're still in. But anyway.
All right, you gotta let that shit go, bro. You're wrong. Just letting you know. But my number 8, we got pound for pound, inch for inch, the best basketball player to ever step foot on an NBA court.
I know what this is. Come on.
Allen Iverson at my number 8.
All right.
I mean, led the team to a finals, have a fucking MVP. I mean, come on, man. Allen Iverson.
I gave him more respect than you did.
Did you say Allen Iverson was your shooting guard?
Top 5 shooting guard.
I look at Iverson more as a point guard because that's what he was positioned as. But if you have him as shooting guard, that's fine.
But it's almost like Kyrie, right? Now, granted, the only reason, so part of the reason I put Kyrie in the point guard was because he wasn't going to crack the shooting guard for me. But not because he's not not a scorer and all that. Of course he is. But just the talent level and all that stuff. And also, when Kyrie went to Boston, he was running point. He was running the offensive sets.
Oh, time. He was a shooting guard, bro. Marcus Smart was running the point.
But Kyrie was running all the offensive sets.
He was the shooting guard. He was a shooting guard.
I mean, I guess depending on the night, but Kyrie again was I give him that role. And either which way, like I said, my main reason, even if you want to say Marcus Smart was, my main reason was just because he wasn't going to crack shooting guard.
Well, I'll put him in the honorable mentions, but CEO, who's your number 8?
Number 8 is Steve Nash.
Oh, shit. Yeah, T-Ro's going to fucking curse you out in the Discord.
I listen, I know you got 2 MVPs, even though he stole one from Kobe, but he has 2 MVPs. I think he was good, but, I'm going to be honest, I think slightly overrated.
That's why I have him at 13.
But you don't have Steve Nash in your top 10?
No, he was my honorable mention, remember? 13.
Yo, T.O. was about to kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have pushback?
Not really, because I do think Nash is overrated. I'm just shocked you guys don't have him in the top 10. I really am.
Well, he has him at number 8. I have him at 13,
yeah.
But for me, Steve Nash, he has 2 MVPs. Once again, stole one, but besides that, I'm not going to hold it against him. 2 MVPs, offensive genius. He was beyond tough in a strong era, but he was a massive defensive liability.
Yeah, but I don't give guards. I really don't hold defense against. But I mean, listen, I'm not going to say I'm not the one you guys got to worry about. It's fucking TRL, so it is what it is.
Your game has to make up for it, and did it?
I think so, yeah. I mean, we'll get to that when I get to Steve Nash. But at number 7, we have the man that just retired, Chris Paul.
Oh, wait. We didn't even get to my 8. I just started talking about Steve Nash.
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
yeah. No, it's a good thing because at number 8, I had Chris Paul. So you have him a spot higher.
Ooh.
Now, CEO seems like, CEO, you want a little pushback.
Yeah. Why is Chris Paul at number 8? I want to know.
Hold on, I got you. Listen, Chris Paul had a long career, elite stats, elite IQ, and I know you love IQ, CEO. I know. He has a finals appearance, 9-time all defense. At the end of the day, he didn't win. And besides like the all defense teams and the stats, like there's what. Well, you have all defense, you have all NBA. Besides like stats like that, he doesn't have like hardware. He doesn't have any hardware, and that sucks. That sucks. It just fucks up his position on the list.
He might not have hardware, but he has everything else.
I know, but he played long enough and ended up with no hardware. And you're gonna hate when I get to number 6, but he had no hardware. He played for that long and ended up with nothing.
I mean,
Chris Paul.
Go ahead.
Chris Paul could be higher. I'm not even debating. Like, he could be higher, and I'm not gonna hate it when you have him higher. But it's just like,
all right,
have it.
CEO, who's your number 7?
My number 7 is none other than John Stockton.
Not mad about that.
Okay.
Not mad about that. Well, speaking of that, you can change
my number. Wait.
Oh,
my number 7.
Wait, no, you already said your.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, no, my bad. You said your number.
Yeah.
Chris Paul, you had number 8. So who's your number 7?
Yeah, I had to make up my number 8. My number 7, I put him at point guard, Jerry West. He was the main facilitator. Okay. He was an elite performer with stats. I understand, like, I talk about the era, but he was a bucket. 9 finals. Unfortunately, he was a victim of Bill Russell's dynasty. So you can't really hold it too much against him. He still made the finals 9 times. And I think 7's a good spot for Jerry West for me.
All right. 6, 7, you know what I'm saying? You can interchange between them because at 6, I have Steve Nash.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm surprised you gave him more respect than us.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yo.
Nash.
But why?
Why? These two are interchangeable. One night I had CP3, other night I had Steve Nash, but I'm like, listen, do I feel like he got an undeserved MVP? Yes, but he still got it, so I had to put him above CP3 off of that alone. But either way, it is what it is.
So maybe my number 6 won't be that bad.
All right. What's your number 6?
You want to go to me or CEO?
Oh, CEO, do you want to keep going? Me, you, and Brandon?
No, actually, now I'm interested in with Brandon. Go ahead. I'll go next.
Let me clear my throat. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me take a sip of water.
It's about to be some bullshit. I can already tell.
On Crip, Brody himself, Russell Westbrook.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Come on, bro.
Russell Westbrook.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Russell Westbrook real quick. You guys are sitting down, right? Russell Westbrook, by the way, because I said when I mentioned CP3, that's why I mentioned number 6 would be Russell Westbrook. I understand he was the 6th seed, but he got the MVP in the deepest guard era ever. 4 triple-double seasons and made the 2017 playoffs despite the fact that KD left. And I get it. He had a decent team. Because he did. But nobody replaces KD. That little, and I get it. I understand why Russ isn't higher in your list. I understand. I'm not even saying you're wrong. Hell, I'm probably wrong. But for me, he made it up there because of that. Just those fucking 4 years right there was just enough for me to put him up there. And the MVP, because he was going to be over CP3 anyway, because the MVP. Like I said, CP3 has stats, all that stuff, but I mean, CP3 is a victim of not having that hardware. And a lot of people, now granted, I'm not saying this is my reasoning, but there's a reason CP3.
What hardware does Russell Westbrook have?
No way MVP. I would take.
Yes, MVP.
Wait. You're telling me you would take Russell Westbrook over CP3?
Well, if I'm building a team, even though it has nothing to do with it, yes, but that has nothing to do with the list.
Oh man. Oh shit. I gotta walk this off. Hold on.
This is
but niggas talking about Clay. Okay. All right. Okay.
I mean, it's just like but it's like, bro, Clay was actually good.
Oh my god. Listen.
Fuck all of that. Clay's no better than fucking Danny Green. Eat a dick.
Listen, I love Russell Westbrook. I do. As a player, the guy was a stat pat. Like, no, I can't. I love Russ. I really do.
Yo, I will
Over
never.
3.
I will never forget the time that Steven Adams didn't get a rebound just so he can wait for Westbrook.
Rusty gets triple double.
That's fine. But the fucking he had to put up those stats anyway to win.
Hold on. CEO, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What was one of Brandon's favorite statements throughout this whole podcast? Winning over everything.
Right. That is true.
Right,
CP3 has done more winning than Russell Westbrook.
He's made. All right. Well, he made the finals one time, I guess.
And he's been to more conference championships.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. Russell, you're talking about that 4-year period. Russell Westbrook got bounced in the first round every fucking year, dog. Like, come on.
That's all nice and dandy. Listen, as a player on that court, nobody was fucking with Brody. Like I said beforehand, and I did say, listen, I fully understand all your pushback. I understand it all. I just have him higher. It comes down to that.
Okay,
Brandon, this was an ESPN pick, bro.
Nah, fuck all that. Clay was a fucking ESPN pick. Yeah, no, Clay was
Brandon,
ESPN.
You know how you're wrong because Master J agrees with you. That's how I know how you're wrong.
Nigga, okay, when playoff Shay starts to agree with you, then you're fucking wrong too. That don't mean shit.
He doesn't agree with me. He thinks SGA's top 10. And I'm gonna say this right now. SGA is better than fucking Westbrook. SGA is better than Westbrook.
Okay.
Like, I love Westbrook. I do. But we can't ignore. Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here, dog?
Yeah, man.
But niggas got that's all good. But niggas got Klay Thompson, who was no better than Danny Green at fucking 5th.
Yeah, that's blasphemy. I'm comparing him to Danny Green.
You know what's crazy, right? You jokingly say, "Oh, you can replace this player with that player with Klay Thompson." You can't replace Russell Westbrook with Klay because he can't fucking play defense or shoot the damn ball. So
hold on. I made it clear. Actually, whatever. I made it clear that Klay could be replaced with a fucking dying dog in those 3 years, and it wouldn't have mattered. So yes, he could still replace him.
And you didn't say fucking Russ. I'm just letting you know.
I didn't. Well, 2 different positions.
Oh man, bro, listen, you're wrong, but I mean, where'd you have him at number 6?
Yeah, he was 6.
All right, so
did you say your number 6 or no?
No, I didn't say my number 6.
All right, go ahead.
My number 6 is a player who's clearly better than Russell Westbrook. All right. None other than, this might be a shock to y'all as well.
Okay.
None other than Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Any pushback?
I mean, I'm trying to think because I don't know. I forgot who else we had on your list.
Yeah,
but Kyrie.
I'm not taking Kyrie over Iverson. I love Kyrie, but Iverson led his team to a finals. Kyrie didn't. I just can't. Nah.
I mean, I have right here like Kyrie. He was offensively dominantly.
You taking him above Bob Cousy, CEO?
Yeah, I would. Even though he sucked dick for my Celtics, but listen, Kyrie Irving. I love he's certainly better than Russ. I'll say that. But I love the 3-level scoring. I love the clutch factor. He basically, helped LeBron get another chip. I think first of all, he's the best pure handler of the basketball I've ever seen in my life.
No arguments about that.
No one handles balls better than you guys with Klay Thompson, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Hey, I really like Kyrie, and I think he's massively underrated. I love he everywhere except for Boston, which is ironic. But everywhere, most he went to in Cleveland he won. He went to Dallas and almost won.
Shout out to Kyrie. He deserves to be number 6 because he didn't help Boston win. All right, so it is what it is.
Man, fuck out of here. Yeah, I should hate him for the Boston time, but I don't know. I like him. I think he's do I wish it went better for him in terms of like injuries and in terms of like, but I feel like he was kind of crushed by the NBA. So I like the positioning. I certainly like it better than Westbrook. So I'm good.
And you know what? He's against a certain group of people. CEO.
I didn't factor that in, of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course.
Yeah, I agree. I had Kyrie at shooting guard, so I mean, if this is your point guard, it is what it is. I'm not going to give you that much pushback, but entering the top 5, the last of this list, boys. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
At number 5, someone already said this name. I think both of you guys already said this name. I have Jerry West. Like Brandon said, he's been to 9 finals. He won an MVP, won a finals MVP. Jerry West, he's the logo for a reason. Jerry West at my number 5.
All right. I have no pushback.
Brandon?
You guys had this guy a little lower. I have him higher. Number 5, John Stockton. 11-time All-NBA, 10 All-Stars. He led the assists and steals in Jordan's era. Had an unstoppable pick and roll with what's his face? Fucking Karl Malone. Pedophile.
No problem with that, CEO.
My number 5 is Chris Paul.
You got it, bro.
Any pushback?
Not mad at it. I mean, it's better than fucking Russ. I'll say that. But I'm not mad at it. I can understand it. Don't agree, but I can be mad at it.
All right, number 4.
Toronto legend himself. Sorry, go ahead.
Number 4, the Big O, Oscar Robinson. The better version of Russell Westbrook, won a ring, was great with Sacramento and I think they were San Diego at the time. One of those, the Sacramento Kings, that's who he played for. Wherever they fucking were, he was great with the fucking Bucks, where he won a ring with Kareem. Oscar was the triple-double leader, and so, Russell Westbrook stat padded that shit and broke it, So, Oscar
MVP.
Robinson.
All right. No pushback.
All right, Brandon.
I also have Oscar Robinson. He's the original Mr. Triple-Double. He was an MVP in a Bigs-dominated era. And he had alien stats like Dan Marino. And that right there is I think there's enough for me to put him in the top 4.
All right.
No pushback for me, CEO.
Number 4, Oscar Robinson.
Oh, shit. All right. Great minds think alike, unless it's Brandon. You know what I'm saying?
The top 4 is going to be the same for the most part, except we might have some differences. Number 3.
Isaiah Thomas with the Pistons. At number 3, 2-time beat. I think Brandon said over the. I was going to say it. Beat Jordan, beat Larry Bird, and beat Magic twice. 2-time champion, scoring machine before he diverged everybody. Isaiah Thomas at number 3.
I also have Isaiah at 3, and everything you just said, plus the fact that he led the Bad Boy Pistons, the most physical team of all time. He led that physicality despite the fact that he was smaller.
Yep, agreed.
It's like a little bulldog.
Agreed. CEO.
I have Isaiah Thomas at number 3.
All right. Number 2, Magic Johnson.
Fuck.
Nah, I'm playing. I got Steph Curry.
Oh, thank God.
And number 2, I also have Steph Curry.
Number 3, Steph Curry.
And then number 1, obviously, Magic.
We all know. Yeah, Magic.
Okay.
So,
I had a feeling one of you guys were going to pick Curry, but I guess
fuck that. Scumbag Curry.
I guess we all had the same thing. My thing with Magic Johnson was mainly the fact that he's been to more finals, which granted, he's been to more finals. He has more rings. He was versatile because of his size. He led that dynasty,
Now, out of your top 10s, guys, so my starting lineup out of all our starting 5 is going to be our number 1 spot of each position. So my starting 5 would be Magic, MJ, Bron, Timmy, and Kareem. Who would your guys be starting 5 go?
It'd be the same thing besides Shaq at center.
Okay, CEO.
So centers, Kareem, power forwards, Tim Duncan, point guard is Magic Johnson, small forward is LeBron, and did I say it's shooting guard Michael Jordan? Yeah.
All right, but now these guys, if you had to make your team, who would it be? You don't have to choose the number 1 guy.
Well, who will be your 6th man? I'm picking Curry as my 6th man.
My 6th man. You know what? I got a perfect 6th man, bro.
Did you say Klay Thompson?
Klay Thompson. I'm dead ass serious. Klay Thompson, bro.
Oh,
Wow, an amazing 6th man. Wouldn't you agree, RJ?
Hey man, listen, he's top 5 in shooting guard, so I'm not mad about it. Brandon.
I was gonna go with a different one, and I was gonna say D Wade, only because D Wade, it changed the pace, guys, slasher. I thought it would just be a little bit better for 6 man.
All right.
That's just me.
So Brandon brought up a good point. Start a franchise with any of these 5 players. I'm picking Magic Johnson.
Okay.
I think Magic Johnson, he led 3 different teams to the finals. He led one with Kareem, one without Kareem, and then when they were starting over in the 90s before he got HIV, he led that team to a finals. Magic Johnson's vastly underrated. He's one of the greatest passers ever, good defensively, and he can play center as well too. He played center when Kareem was injured. But my goal is Michael Jordan.
Okay. If I had to make a starting lineup, right?
Okay.
I want to get creative. If I had made a starting lineup, trying to fit it out together, I'm gonna go with John Stockton.
This is who you're starting a franchise with. If you got to pick one of those players.
Okay, I wanted to make a starting lineup, but if I had to start a franchise, get back to me.
All right, I'll go. Okay, out of those starting 5, if I had to start a franchise, I'm picking Tim Duncan.
I was just about to say Tim as well.
Not mad at that. I am not mad at that.
What's your reasoning? Because my reasoning. Well, I'll go with my reasoning first. Because you.
First of all, apart from on the court, that's definitely a guy you can build around, and the intangibles and the no drama is exactly what I'm looking for.
He's got the fundamentals that makes him versatile, so that I think that's what I would do with him as well.
Like, yeah.
Shoot. All right. Well, I gotta hang this list up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hang this list up. You know what I'm saying? I can hang mine up because I actually did mine on pen and paper. Unlike these 2 fags, they type their shit out.
I can print mine out.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same as pen and paper. There's something about me sitting on my laptop writing down things, crossing shit out, and just fucking deleting and typing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I got to research and type at the same time.
Shoot. And speaking of that, hold on. Tell me, let's go because we're gonna end the pod soon. But CEO has to get a suit. But a few questions. Number 1, CP3. Oh, let's get your thoughts on CP3 retiring, guys. CEO, your thoughts?
It's long overdue. Many years in the NBA. I had him at number 5 for a reason. I think he had, if he got a ring, I think a lot of people would have put him a lot higher. So
I agree. I would have him at number 5. Yeah, Brandon.
So yeah.
I mean, what I'll say is that I wish he would have had a better end to his career because this is pretty shitty. Horrible. And they treated him the league treated him wrong. The league treated him wrong. But it was long overdue at the same time. Do you think he overstayed his welcome?
Maybe. I mean, I didn't think he was that bad with the Spurs. I'm surprised the Spurs didn't bring him back, but is what it is. Even as like a bench guy.
I'm not shocked they didn't bring him back only because they got the development they needed. And clearly they got what they needed. So there's no point in bringing him back.
I will say this. It is a demerit on him that when he got cut by the Clippers are actually doing good. Just saying. So, is what it is.
And then they went on to trade Harden for
and now they're still doing good. I mean, CP3, shout out to CP3, one of my favorite players. I wish you could have won that ring. Fuck the Suns. The Suns are dog shit already. Fuck the Suns, bro. Is what it is.
Everything.
James Harden's comments on loyalty being overrated. CEO.
Wait, James Harden's comments?
James Harden said that being loyal to a franchise is overrated. Your thoughts on that?
I mean, I agree. I actually agree with that.
Me too. Brandon?
I'm a guy who I can appreciate loyal players. I can.
Loyal to the soil.
Huh?
Loyal to the soil.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I am very loyal to the soil, but I can appreciate loyalty because it comes with a badge of honor. First of all, but the other thing is that whatever, it comes with a badge of honor to be loyal. It's like, for example, would you trust the guy? You have 2 guys, you're in danger, and 2 guys need to save your life. You trust the guy who, he's a family man. He does everything for his family. You trust the dude who constantly cheats on his wife.
That's two different. I mean,
No,
that's
no,
super
I
fucking.
understand what you're saying, but the reason I
No,
would,
I don't.
well,
That's two completely different things.
I'm
but
just there's
RJ,
just that whatever.
the reason I understand where he's coming from, but the reason I disagree with that analogy is only because loyalty is used as a negotiation tactic from owners to get worse deals for players.
That
Right?
is true. That is true. I'll give you that. And I
So
think
why does
hold on.
loyalty?
I think context matters in this because like a player like I don't know, let's say Giannis. Giannis was pretty loyal to this point. They didn't do right by him, and he wanted out. Even though now he's pretending like he didn't want out, which is some clown shit, by the way. But he wanted out, and the Bucks they were loyal. They were loyal throughout this whole thing. They were gonna give him what he wanted, and they were going to give him to a team that he wants to go to, as long as the package is right. But I honestly feel like nobody was gonna give shit up for Giannis. Like you got reports of certain teams, but I mean, looking at some of the trades, I don't think anybody really offered anything nearly worth for Giannis. So I think the Bucks as an organization were pretty loyal this year, along with Giannis. Well, along with Giannis' career so far. But then you got other guys like I don't know, Dame. Dame, his loyalty that it should have ran out a long time ago. And then when it did, it matters on the situation too. With Curry, if the Warriors are going to pay Curry whatever the hell he wants to stay. So it's not like they're going to use it to negotiate loyalty. Oh yeah, you won rings with us, because somebody like Curry, he can leave and get paid. I know some people believe he should have left already. He's too loyal, whatever. But I also just think there's no point. He won. I mean, unless you want him to chase Kobe and all that, I get it. But he's loyal because he won 4 rings already. There's no. He wants to keep winning with that one team, just like Kobe did. And the Warriors, they did right by him too. So I think it matters on what team you were talking about as well.
I think loyalty in sports is vastly overrated because it's only we put all this pressure on the least powerful in the organization. So if James Harden were to get traded, if he wanted to stay with the Houston Rockets and they traded him for 5 first-round picks, everybody would be saying, no one would be sitting here saying the ownership, the GM are pieces of shit for not staying loyal to Harden. No, it would be great fucking move. But Harden's supposed to stay loyal to a piece of shit, dog shit fucking team. Listen, at the end of the fucking day, people need to realize this. This is a workplace. The Clippers, the Rockets, there are workplaces. And if you're another workplace is a better option or is paying more money, you fucking leave. Simple. Loyalty is overrated.
Yeah, I agree. The thing with loyalty is, it is a two-way street, right? But usually this is how loyalty works in sports leagues, right? So a player plays well for as many years as his allotted time is for that specific franchise. Then he plays out his contract. He played well. The team comes over. Oh, we love you, yada yada. Can this player take a discount to stay? That's usually how that shit works, right? Because if a player hits free agency, they usually make a lot more money than if they stay with the team.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this applies to multiple sports, but my thing is like loyalty always is one-sided with the league for the most part. There are exceptions, but for the most part, it's okay. Player X, I'll give you a fair deal, but because can you give us a hometown discount, right? Or etc. But when it comes to loyalty from the team side, it's usually like, well, this is a business. We got to cut you even if you're long overdue.
Trade you.
Exactly, or trade you because we no longer need you. Like loyalty is very rare. Now, I will say this: I think the was it the Golden State might have overpaid when they were long overdue, but not all the franchises do that. But for the most part, I agree with James Harden. It's like loyalty is for the fans. That's it. But for the players, you're an independent contractor working for a business and you're trying to negotiate. You are the business. You can't just because the fans are going to get mad at me. Like, nah, it's bullshit.
Like, I can understand that perspective as well, like, especially the company-wise and everything. I just think sometimes it matters on the situation, depending on who we're talking about as well. I also think James Harden is, like, the worst fucking messenger for this shit because, the way he just bitches about it. It's, like, I get it. You can say, oh, yeah, you're right to want to leave or whatever, but James Harden is just kind of.
No, I agree. James Harden's a fucking fag, but loyalty is vastly overrated. Loyal to the soil is overrated. Hashtag abolish loyal to the soil. You feel me? It is what it is.
That's right. Cheat on all your girlfriends, guys.
Oh, come on. You're talking about two different scenarios.
I'm fucking around. All right, relax. You, Mr.
Well,
Mr.
even though
Mr. Clay, Mr. Clay's
I have
top
no
five.
man can have more than one woman. All right, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Speaking of that,
just like Clay's top five. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? NBA adding 2 more teams. CEO, your thoughts?
They're allegedly they want to add the Seattle Supersonics.
Yup, and a Vegas team.
And a Vegas team. I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a shit about the Vegas team. But I wouldn't be opposed to bringing back the Sonics. I actually kind of like that idea.
Brandon?
I thought this was funny. I think it's cool. Like, in theory, like, it's cool because, like, this is, I like when shit changes and whatnot, but I'm not about all this shit either with the two teams. I think the NBA is doing all right with, I think they're doing all right now, like rebounding from this whole bad ratings narrative and whatnot. I think adding 2 teams, like, you're putting more stress on already stressful plate. And I think it's something that could wait a little bit. If you want a Vegas team, move the Mavs. They clearly want a fucking casino anyway. Move the Mavs. Work with them on a move. We already have 2 Texas teams anyway.
Listen, I'll say this. So, listen, fans have wanted the Supersonics back. First of all, they should never move to OKC. Fuck OKC. Right? They should have stayed in Seattle. I think that this is fan service by the NBA. I would agree with you that they're already like they're bouncing back, but in this case, you're giving a fan base. By the way, Seattle's a huge city, so it makes sense giving them a team. And on top of that, it is domestic. This isn't like, okay, we're gonna go to like.
See, I want you to see this real quick. This one of these proposed designs for the Vegas teams right here. How does this look like, CEO?
Is that supposed to be the Star of David?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, CEO. I'm just saying.
Oh man, you know what?
It is crazy. Oh, look at my face.
Listen, like I said, I'm not a fan of the Vegas. I don't like Vegas as a city. I don't like Vegas's concept of a city.
No. What'd you think about the logo just specifically? You think it's a pretty logo?
It's disgusting. They should, if they're gonna go with the logo, they might as well go with the cowboy, whatever the fuck that shit is supposed to be.
I'm just saying, it is a L and a V mixed in. You get the concept, CEO.
Man, that's some like
we all know your favorite player is Denny Avila, from the Portland Trail Blazers, who you just found out about last week. Funny enough,
I will say this: I'm not opposed against it because basketball, the NBA is an international game, so there'll be more Luka Doncic, Wemby's, and stuff like that to get a chance to make a roster now. Just saying.
No, like I do like. First of all, I think everyone is on board with the idea of bringing back the Sonics. They should have never went away to begin with. And Seattle's a big market. It makes sense. Especially like Seattle's a sports city. I have no problem with it. And on top of that, it's just it's in the U.S. It's domestically, so I think the logistical side isn't a problem at all. Like if this was the Birmingham or the London whatever they're called, the Sonics, like the London Sonics or some shit,
like some league we're not supposed to talk about.
Like then I'd be like, okay, the logistical part, like telling your players to go abroad and then come back to the U.S. and do those big flights, then I think that's a little bit too much of an ask, right?
Okay.
But I like the idea of bringing back the Supersonics. I don't like the team in Vegas. I think they can go for a different market that isn't Vegas, like the whole Sin City degenerate gambling culture. I do not like it.
Kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. Sin City, the logo. It kind of makes a little bit of sense.
Master J, shut the fuck up.
I was gonna ask you what you think about Master J's comment.
You niggas are anti-Semitic as fuck. Good. Anyways, second of all, well, I'm not against it. We'll see what happens. Also, NBA. Now, I watched the NBA All-Star game. Brandon watched it. I call this a W. I see watch the highlights of this NBA All-Star. I think it was a W. Games were crazy. But how would you feel about a white versus black NBA All-Star game, CEO and Brandon?
What do you mean? Black versus? You mean
Black versus white. Speaking of anti-Semitism, Nick Wright came out and said, "Listen, let's make an all-white versus all-black."
You mean like racial thing?
Yeah, all black versus all white. CEO.
Whose genius idea was that? Nick Wright?
Wait. CEO. Listen, if this was 10 years ago, we know. All right, no, this is stupid. But
this is
nowadays,
idea.
Hold on. Nowadays, it might be a little more competitive. It might work. It might work a little bit.
Yeah, the white guys are only gonna lose by 50 instead of 70.
No,
I mean, just saying.
It's like it's a dumb idea. Nick Wright, the nose gives it away. By the way, of course he thinks about that, but like no, it's just a dumb. First of all, we all know Team Black would destroy them. All right, and then what if like a guy like TRO roots for Team White? Like, how does that optically look? Like, it's just like I personally wouldn't care. I wouldn't care, but it just looks. It's just if I'm running a business, that optically looks horrible.
Hey, by the way, Kaiju, no one gives a fuck, okay? No one gives a fuck about that stupid ass league, that stupid ass team, that shitty ass event, and your dumb ass fucking retarded ass fucking no internal monologue having alien believing brain. Fucking Mr. Moses told the aliens let his fucking people free.
Listen, look, I'm gonna say this, right? I feel like this is perfect for the NBA. I feel like this, number one, you can now, if this wasn't such a success, the world versus US, I would be like, why not? But also I look at it from this perspective. This will be the NBA has always been politically PC and all this. If you do this, you might get some Republicans like, oh, this is pretty fucking cool. Okay, WNBA. And then you can have Asian refs. You can fucking you get to pick where Steph Curry and Jason Tatum go. Like, it'll be fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? Have fun with this. Why not? Have fun with this.
I mean, first of all, I'm surprised woke Nick Wright thought about this idea. Number two, I don't know. It's just I think like you only like lose with this proposition. Like if Team World and Team USA works out, I think I'd rather do that.
Wait, is optics now? I'm not trying to get too much in current events, only because it's just a little much. I don't really care. But is optics going to be that bad considering we just had World versus USA today? And, that kind of know where I'm going with that, USA and the rest of the world. And then the USA just beat World, and World had the better team.
Yep.
The optics don't already look good with that. So you might as well just turn it up a notch and say, fuck optics. All publicity is good publicity. The NBA's ratings are going to go up no matter what. With that, this
will go up. Come on, bro. Everybody's gonna watch this. Come on, this is a great idea
for me. You could say, okay, the best blacks versus the best whites. Okay, blacks win, fine. But if you balance the teams, then you have if it's like some type of Drew League type shit, and you balance a starting five and another balanced start, because you got the best players that are not gonna play. Like LeBron's probably not gonna woke ass LeBron, but LeBron's not gonna play. And shit like
LeBron's
that,
playing. LeBron's playing in that. Stop.
All right. But let's just say
LeBron's playing in that nigga.
He's Chinese. He's not even black. But anyways, if you balance the teams right in a Drew League type setting or an outside type set, it can work. It could work one time as a one-time event. It could work.
It's just the whole thing where it's kind of if you're a white person and you root for Team White. And if obviously black people are not going to get shit for rooting for Team Black, but it's optically horrible. Like if I'm an executive, I'm just looking at this what the fuck is this? Right?
Who do the optics hurt in this situation?
It's just the controversy that would stem from this. Because maybe this would work in a society that wasn't as retarded as the current society we live in. But you already know, people are gonna make this not only political, it's going to be a big spectacle and all that shit. It's going to be I guess if your only goal is 100% publicity, then I think it's a good idea. But
here's the thing about it you have to break this stigma. Maybe this can break the stigma. Everybody being sensitive. If you're a white guy rooting for, isn't the point of Team White for white guys to root for them? Isn't that the point?
No, I mean, yeah, but why would you foster that environment, right?
Okay, but first of all, like people from the outside looking in, right? Oh, this shit stupid, whatever. Fine, they might do that, but then you look at the commissioner of the NBA. Oh, he's a Jew. All right, we're not that surprised. This is the concept. And then you look at like the game. You can use this because it's gonna bring eyes, and that's what it matters at the end of the day for the NBA ratings. And we talked about the NFL. There's a lot of bad fucking views on the NFL overall, but the ratings are king. We've had this conversation too many times. Granted, this obviously this is different with optics and whatnot, but at the same time, because of the eyes, right? Because of the eyes, you can use this. Let's just say with good intentions. For all hypotheticals, we're talking with good intentions. You can use this as a positive platform after the game, no matter who wins, with good intentions.
Now, I will say this. I believe this All-Star World versus USA was good, so there's no need for this, but I'm not opposed against it. Listen, the Whoopi Goldbergs and Jamel Hills can fucking get their panties in a bunch. Who gives a shit? They're gonna watch. And if they don't watch, good. Fuck them.
And then you know what? Fuck it. And then we set up another UFC fight between fucking Trump and Obama. Granted, Obama's younger, so he probably smoking Trump like in the first round. But
he's younger. By the way,
even if he's younger, but I'm just saying, like we're talking now, like
I know CEO didn't watch, but Obama's getting fucking dementia. Did you hear him talk at the halftime show?
No, I didn't.
I heard he said something. I had an alert.
His school, whatnot, bro. He's getting dementia. The great speaker we heard 10 years ago, he's not that anymore. He is getting dementia.
I mean, isn't he like in his 60s now?
Okay, but Trump doesn't have that. He's like fucking in his 80s.
I mean, he does slur his speech, but he's 80, so I kind of expect that.
Okay, but like Obama's 60. I mean, come on, bro.
Listen, shout out to, as much as I don't like his politics, I hope everything's well in his head. He was always a great speaker, and he had class. I hope he's well.
Well, I mean, I don't know if everything was well in his head. I mean, he is.
But you know what I mean.
Certain lifestyle.
You know what I mean. I mean, listen, besides Big Mike and all that, I remember the Big Mike memes. Those were hilarious. Big Mike could be the referee. Like, come on, this is a good fucking thing, CEO. Come on.
No, it needs to be Asian referees. This is all diverse right here. Isn't what this is about? Diverse, white, black, Asian refs. So there's no bias.
But half of them got to be old, half of them got to be young, because the young ones are going to support the blacks and the old ones are going to support the whites. So we got to have some. We got to have some, balance here. I think you make a balanced starting lineup. This might be a decent game.
I mean, listen, it is what it is. I mean, it's not going to happen, but I mean, it's fun to think about. And last thing, Adam Silver is considering abolishing the NBA draft. CEO, your thoughts?
He's abolishing the NBA draft and doing what exactly? I mean,
having all them sign with team that they want to sign with.
Oh.
No, that's a horrible idea.
Brandon?
It's a bad idea specifically because all the good players, like the best players, are gonna, they can all go literally. Well, you have a salary cap, but then again, we agree, kind of salary cap is a little fugazi.
No,
it's a bad idea right now, right? Unless they find a way to say, okay, this is how we're gonna safeguard this. Without the safeguard, it's bad. It's very bad. But if you give me a safeguard or two, then I can start to think about it. But I don't want the draft to go. I think he's just doing this shit because he's really trying to find a way to stop the tanking, which I don't think you'll ever be able to really do. But I can appreciate that he's trying to figure out a way to stop tanking. I mean, not like Roger bitch-ass Goodell.
I mean, I like I said, I appreciate. Well, I don't appreciate Adam Silver. I don't like the dude, but
wonder why.
I wonder, right?
But I mean, listen, I do like that the NBA is trying to innovate. Right now, I don't like the idea of players like picking their own team, because I'm just be honest, like college players already, at least within like the top players in college, like they already get pampered enough, right? Okay. So they don't need to get more pampered and more like their dick sucked off some more with the whole recruitment process. I just feel like I think fans like the draft as a spectacle. Okay, I think that the whole the lottery system, I think fans like that aspect of it. This is one of those things where I think if it's not really that broke, don't fix it. Now, people are like, oh, tanking or whatever, but I could have swore that there is a way to prevent tanking if you give, I think, everyone an equal chance, there's not like a percentage or something like that. Like everyone gets an equal opportunity. That could eliminate tanking, because at that point, what would be the point of tanking?
I will say this. I will say this. Number one, Brandon bring up a good point. You need a safe net. Maybe the teams that made the playoffs can sign. They have to have like a limit on who they sign. Like the teams that are bad can have like a certain amount, and the teams that are good have a certain amount. Like the teams who are good have less. They can only sign less players to the teams that have good amounts, and maybe the more teams have a bigger salary cap to sign people. I will say this. Now, I don't know how this goes, and this is why soccer is the greatest team sport ever. In the Premier League, if you're a team that's been bad for 3 to 4 years, you get demoted to the G League.
You get regulated. Yeah, you get regulated.
Yeah, you get regulated. Maybe something like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
like,
the only thing is that if they were to do that, my bad. If they were to do that, then you'd also kind of have to be okay with the NBA completely. They're already doing it, but they would have to. At that point, they're going to completely emulate soccer. At one point, you didn't like it. I'm just saying. At one point, you didn't like it back then.
No, I didn't like soccer. I had no problem. I didn't know anything about the league and how it worked. Fine.
I know. But when we talked about stuff like not the playing tournament, the in-season tournament originally, I had told you it's like soccer rules. This is before you like soccer. You weren't a fan because it was more.
I had no problem with the in-season tournament. It was the playing tournament I was questioning about.
Either which way, when it becomes like soccer in a sense, I also don't want them to not because soccer's bad, and they could copy some good parts of a better sport, but at the same time, like, we need the NBA to be the NBA, not the Premier League.
Oh, I'll say this: no one who watches other than me, no one who watches the NBA watches the Premier League, so they probably wouldn't even fucking know what I'm talking about. So,
yeah,
sure. I mean,
Bo, what do you think football came from? American football. It came from soccer. What are you talking about? Something comes from something else.
Really from rugby, but yeah.
All right, different sport. But listen, at the end of the day, bro, I have no problem with that. The Premier League only has 20 teams. That's why it's easy for me to follow it a lot. So I have no problem with that. But the anti-tanking, at least they're trying to stop teams from anti-tanking. You know what I'm saying? I don't like a faggot-ass league that we're about to boycott soon. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. It's very hard to boycott RJ. I was never a big fan of boycotting anything, but maybe this is one thing I can actually try and boycott. You know
what I'm saying? All we gotta get you to do is boycott the White House card. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Again, the politics part is not what's bothering me.
You know what I'm saying? You should be bothered that the greatest Russians are not gonna be fighting at that.
That's so fucking gay.
Well, you can't. You guys shouldn't really be upset about that because you're not watching the card, so it works out better for you guys.
Well, that's just icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, it does work out better for us.
I mean, I'm gonna watch.
Facts.
My bad. I watch the bad fucking cards too. I mean, that's just me. But not to for the casual viewer, yeah, it's bad. I'm not saying I'm not a casual. I'm not trying to be like the other MMA fans calling people casuals. But I'm just saying, for me, I watch any of the cards, whether they're dirt or they're gold.
It is what it is. But boys, successful stream, the greatest stream ever. We got people pissed off in the chat. NBA All-Star was good. And our next topic, I'm going to tell you guys right now, our next topic will be, we did our top 75 list. Our next topic will be the top 5 players of each franchise. And that will be the first stream of the NBA playoffs. That's our next group project.
Now, once again, that's going to be a little hard. Not that it's going to be a little hard, but it's going to be a little time consuming because that's 150 players. Just to let you know.
I mean, hey, 30. Man, listen.
Yo, what the fuck? Really?
Yeah, it's five players, 30 teams.
Oh shit!
50 players.
Unless
you wanted to break it down to 9 to 3 players.
Oh shoot.
We can talk about it.
No, because 3 players would be too easy.
Yeah. Well, it'd be come on. This is gonna be the whole pod. That's gonna be the whole pod. So we don't have to think of any topics. So is what
Master
it is.
Master J hating right now. He said it was a mid-ass list.
This was a mid-ass. Well, Master J, no disrespect, bro. You're a fucking clown. Go get. Why are you even here? Aren't you an NFL guy? Get the fuck out of here, fag. But anyways, Brandon always the chief of the Unfiltered Sports Podcast security. He has fucking Kaiju. He has Mike. He has Najee as fucking.
I'm not part of that. Yeah,
that's your employees, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're the chief. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to take the bullets anymore. You got these guys to take the bullets for you, as you're their boss and the NBA expert. You know what I'm saying? Brandon, CEO, any last words first?
No, I'm just laughing at niggas. A clown that can get some pussy.
That's cap. All right.
Yeah, I never heard of that. But Brandon, any last words before we end this stream?
I just want to point out he doesn't have to explain himself because we know why. RJ made it clear. It's just a prelude that CEO made it clear in his honorable mentions. You know, Jalen Brunson was there, which means at minimum he's a top 15 point guard just based off of that. And if CEO wasn't a hater, he'd probably have. Not saying I have him higher because I don't, but saying that he wasn't a hater. He was using the same logic, he might even have him higher, which kind of just shows, he's ready for the Knicks to win this year. So you know what? Welcome to the bandwagon. Welcome to the bandwagon.
He's going to be the same as Chris Paul winning nothing.
You know what? The things that happens when he busts your team's ass, the change of mindset, and I can appreciate that from you, CEO. No. You've done a lot of growth.
You have Tatum in there, but I heard Brunson's name.
You've done a lot of that's facts. You've done a lot of growth. You know. Besides, I can forgive the Clay thing. Because you did that, and I understand. Listen, don't worry about it, CEO. They're not gonna like you being at the parade, but I'll try to sneak you in. I'll get you a nice little jacket that way you can sneak in without
Brunson jersey.
Listen,
jersey.
We'll have Brandon back when they lose the fucking the chip.
Yeah, he can't even say it.
CEO, exactly. You might as well just say Bing Bong, New York. All right.
Let's go. We're New York Knicks, baby. Bing Bong.
When the Knicks lose, RJ, you better not get at the NBA product on how it's. Trust me, I don't. Bro, hold on. Tell me, the Knicks been losing for years, and I still love the NBA product. What's good? Well,
I've been saying that MLB is the best. I've been saying that MLB is the best product in sports besides combat sports, and my Mets fucking missed the playoffs. Like, shut up, Najee. Please.
It is what it is, but until next time, peace.